Okay. Do you let me know when you're ready then?
Give us the go.
Good evening, Crusher fans, and welcome to Sargent Stadium at the Point for tonight's Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference matchup between the Richland Rams and your McCort Carroll Crushers. You're watching the Crusher Sports Network, and tonight you'll be able to view the game as well as listen to the game here with the Dream Team. The Stream Team, Jeannie and Ralph, and our good buddy behind the scenes, Ian Lipinski, with tech support, and our friend Donnie here at the Point Stadium. I'm Ralph DeMarco and Jeannie Feathers, and we'll be your hosts for tonight's game. We're going to start this evening's festivities with our head coach, Tom Smith, and the Coach's Corner. Coach, welcome to the Coach's Corner this evening.
Good evening, Mr. DeMarco. It's a pleasure to be here and to be in this wonderful stadium for this unbelievably unique and exciting rivalry series.
Well, Coach, obviously on paper, you know, everybody's picking the Rams. Let's be honest about it. We're not going to mince any words with each other. So what are your keys to the game? You know, what do the Crushers, the McCort Carroll Crushers, have to do tonight to be in this football game?
Well, first of all, the game's not played on paper. And that's the approach that we're taking tonight with this football game. You know, we need to come out. We need to execute on both sides of the ball. We need to finish some drives on offense. We've got to score some first downs and put ourselves in a position where we can score. And that's been our focus this week on offense. And defensively is we need to follow the game plan. We think that we have a solid defensive game plan for the Rams. They're tough on offense. They always are. But we think we can get some stops and be pretty productive on the defensive side of the ball and continue to help move our team forward.
Well, Coach, you know, we talked during the course of the week some things that we're looking for this evening. You know, we want some improvement in the offensive line. We're starting to come together there a little bit, and I don't want to bring up pass indiscretions, but we got to do a better job catching a football.
No doubt, no doubt. You know, our focus needs to be heavily on watching the ball enter our hands before we turn upfield, and that's been a mainstay of practice and what we've been trying to do with our quarterbacks and receivers, and hopefully we'll be able to do that tonight.
Well, Coach Smith, I know you got a lot going on here this evening. We appreciate you coming up to the booth, and we wish you the best of luck, and go Crushers, my brother.
Yeah, and with that being said, Ralph, I'd just like to say thanks to all the Crusher fans out there. You know, we love all you guys, and we appreciate all the support that you give to us. I want to just give my kids a shout-out in Ohio. They're listening to the game online. Love you guys, and hopefully we can give you all a good performance tonight.
Thanks, Coach. We really appreciate it. Good luck. Be careful going down the bleachers, okay?
All right, thanks, man. Have a good night.
Well, moving forward, do you have anything you want to add before we bring our next guest on?
I think we should just bring on the next guest.
Well, for all of our Crusher fans, we're going to bring on a guest here in just a second, but we do want to thank Mike Bako, the athletic director at McCort, and Coach Smith, obviously, for all their help to this point to get to this time and this evening. Also, Tim Ripple, the athletic director at Richland, and Brandon Bailey, the head football coach at Richland, for their help this week, so that we had all the correct information we had moving forward. And that brings us to salute to service, as Bishop McCort always salutes those who serve us: veterans, military, first responders, local law enforcement, and the list goes on and on and on. School teachers, doctors, lawyers, all those people who help out. And this evening is our annual salute to service game. We'll be honoring first responders and military personnel, sending a heartfelt thank you for their service. At this time, we welcome Coach Mike Hudak to the booth, and Mike Hudak is a retired veteran of the United States Coast Guard, and he's been an assistant Bishop McCort hockey coach, ice hockey coach for 37 years. Coach Hudak, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Ralph.
Coach, you know, you're part of the stream team here. You understand that.
Yeah, this is a lot. I don't understand anything about that. I'm still pencil and paper.
Well, we appreciate your honesty, Coach. Coach, we're going to just hang on a second, Coach, because they're playing the national anthem. We're just going to respect that, okay? Mike, you joined the Coast Guard on April 7th, 1969. And what possessed you? Why did you do it? Why did you join the Coast Guard?
To be truthful, Ralph, I was drafted. I was 1A, and I was supposed to be inducted into the Army.
You passed the physical
10th.
then?
Yep.
Okay.
April 10th, and I went into Coast Guard April 7th.
So you got drafted. In today's world, that's kind of an antiquated system. We hope we never have to bring that back,
Yes,
huh?
yeah.
So were you excited about going to the Coast Guard?
Yes, I was very excited. Humanitarian things that they do, and it was a great experience. I'd do it over again in a heartbeat if I had a chance. If they would take me now at 74.
And I believe that Coast Guard now they're part of Homeland Security, are they not? Yes,
yeah.
And so they're protecting our borders from the oceans, so to say. Okay.
Yeah.
Now you were a petty officer.
Yes.
What does a petty officer do?
Well, I was quite fortunate. I went to aviation school in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was an AM, what they call an AM. I worked on hydraulics and structures. So when I got out of school, I went to school for 9 months in Tennessee, and then I got on the air station at Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and I was a petty officer, and I was quite fortunate there. I flew in C-130s, and then just before I got out, the chief of the storeroom, they never had aviation storekeepers, so I had to give up my flight pay, but I was on every fifth day I had duty. Then on the weekends we didn't have to muster. We would be by a telephone, come in, give them a part, and go back home. And when I was getting out, I asked the captain, I said, could I take this job for 30 years? And he said no.
Well, Coach, this Salute to Service Night is an annual thing that we do at Bishop McCort football games. And it's probably, in my mind, one of the most important nights of the year that we actually celebrate people such as yourself who gave part of their life or have devoted their life to helping others, to being first responders, to being a part of the military. And there's no reward, I believe, great enough for that. So I think I will say thank you. I think that we send thanks to all of those who have served in any capacity for others.
It was great.
You had 6 duty stations.
Yes.
Now, we can't talk about everyone, but can you tell us about your favorite duty station?
Aviation school in Memphis, Tennessee. 2 reasons. I got to play hockey in Memphis.
They play hockey in Memphis?
Yeah, they're beautiful rink here.
All right.
Okay, and I met my wife in Memphis.
Oh, isn't cool? Well, there you go.
Cool.
That's a bonus.
Hey, there you go. And you know what? You gave me a great lead-in, because the next thing I wanted to ask you is you met your wife, Sue, while you were in the Coast Guard.
Yes.
Can you tell us the events around meeting your beautiful, lovely wife, Sue?
I was home for the 4th of July, and at that time you could fly for $50 round trip from Pittsburgh to Memphis, okay? So I was home, the plane stopped in Louisville. Sue got on the plane in Louisville, and we talked on the plane, and then she had to change planes in Memphis, and that's how we talked. We had something to eat, and then that's how we got together.
You were
Congratulations.
You were suave and debonair, were you not?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a real gentleman.
Yes, I'm counting on that. I believe that too, okay? Sue, we send in all our love to you. We hope that you're listening, and you couldn't have done any better than having Mike Hudak as your wonderful husband all these years, and we wish you many more years. Coach, you've been coaching hockey at McCort for 37 years. Can you tell us one of your favorite experiences as an assistant hockey coach at McCort?
It happened right here at the Point Stadium. I was here for a AAA game, and Mick Piscatella was the manager of the hockey team at that time, and Galen. It was right on the first base side here. They come up and asked me, would you like to help coach hockey? That has to be of all the things that happened, summer afternoon at the ball game, and they ask you to play to coach hockey at McCort.
Well, we're thankful you said yes.
Thank you.
For sure.
And we are. Mike, you and I go way back. I think I met you when I was about 18 years old, okay, and we've been friends and we've known each other ever since, and I don't know if there's a more class act or a wonderful person other than yourself, Mike Hudak, and we really appreciate you stopping by here and being part of honoring our veterans, and you being a McCort guy and a veteran, we just felt that you were the guy that we wanted to talk to, and we appreciate it very much, and we wish you many wonderful more years, and God bless you, my friend.
Thank you, Ralph. And Lady of Victory, pray for us.
Pray for us.
Thanks, Coach. We appreciate
Coach.
it, and wishing you all the good. Thanks for being our guest here in pregame. Well, moving on, Jeannie, you got anything that you want to add here?
Well, you know what time it is, Ralph.
It's time for the game night weather. And that means
Sunshine Jill.
Sunshine Jill's coming on board right now, and we're going to give her these headsets, and she's going to put them on. Sunshine, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you, Ralph? How are you, Jeannie?
We're fabulous.
Great.
You know what a great night for a football game.
Perfect football weather.
It is perfect football weather. It's been a nice sunny day. We've had beautiful weather, and right now it's 64 degrees. No rain in the forecast. I think we're going to have a beautiful night.
I agree, and it's going to be a great night all around.
That's exactly
I feel
right.
it, Jill.
Let's go Crushers!
Thank you, Sunshine Jill.
Thanks,
We appreciate
Jill.
it very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a good night, guys.
Yep.
Ralph, do we want to talk a little bit about, we talked to Coach Tom, talked to Coach Smith about the McCort keys to the game. Do we have anything from Richland?
We
as far
do.
as their game keys?
I had a chance to chat with Coach Bailey on Wednesday, and I actually had a chance to go down and talk to him on the field before the game, as well as our McCort coaches. And Coach, all the coaches start with turnovers. You know, you want to win the turnover battle, and we've talked about this, that there's only two stats that matter in football.
What are they, Ralph?
Turnovers and the final score.
That's
and the
right.
scoreboard. So he wants to win the turnover battle. He wants to win the line of scrimmage. I believe from talking to Coach Bailey that he believes that he has an advantage up front in size and athleticism and experience. And I think that's the key thing, experience. And he wants to win the line of scrimmage. And offensively, he wants to spread the workload around on offense. You know, he'd like to see 8 or 10 different kids touch the ball this evening, and that's not unusual at Richland. They like to spread the ball around, and that's something we want to look at to see if he gets to that point this evening. And he wants to allow no explosive plays from McCort. Make them drive the length of the field. Now, it's no secret that we've struggled moving the football offensively consistently, right. And I think, you know, his attitude is we don't want them to start getting consistent against us and move the football. We want to win that field position and keep them on their end of the football field.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And, you know, we talked about the turnovers. Believe it or not, Bishop McCort is +2 on the season in turnovers, and Richland is also +2 on the season in turnovers.
Well, that's an interesting stat.
Yeah, that's, you know, that it really doesn't play out to what I say about the turnovers being the difference. You know, we're 0-3 at +2, and they're 3-0 at +2. So we'll see if something gives here this evening as we move through the evening.
Well, Ralph, one of the things that, if I can sort of jump in here, one of the things that we always do at Bishop McCort to start the day and to and any time we gather is that we pray, and that does not exclude sporting events. So I'd like to take a moment and do our sportsmanship prayer that we like to do before every outing and any athletic event. So if we can all take a moment. Strong and faithful God, the giver of the fullness of life, as we come together for this contest, we ask that you bless these athletes, coaches, officials, and all gathered here. Keep these young people safe from injury and harm, instill in them respect for each other, and reward them for their perseverance. Lead us all to the rewards of your kingdom, where you live and reign forever and ever. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Ralph.
And we thank Father Crookston because a few years back we just felt that we needed to reinstitute sportsmanship prayers before games. We checked with the PIAA, and it is permissible. And the one thing the PIAA told me is that it's a sportsmanship prayer. We're not praying to you know, run anybody out on the street or anything like that. But
Oh, here come the Crushers.
Crushers taking the field. The band and the cheerleaders making a gauntlet for them, and Miss Y and that band, boy, they sounded great in that national anthem and playing the alma mater. She's really got that band rocking and rolling, Jeannie.
She sure does. They're really enjoying themselves, and I think that's the key to high school athletics and activities. When you see the students enjoying themselves, it means everything. As our players take a knee and also pray before they begin.
And our cheerleaders, I'd be remiss. I mean, they're part of setting up the gauntlet down there, and they just keep rolling with league titles and district titles and state titles and national titles. And God bless Coach Walker, and you're part of that coaching staff, and we thank you for all the hard work. And I will say this to you, Jeannie, anytime I talk to a cheerleader and if I need something done or whatever, it's never, I can't do it. It's like, I'm going to work on it. I'll help you. I'll get it done.
They're good kids. They're really good kids. I want to also note that this is the McCort pregame is sponsored by the Ryan Young Agency, supporting our local athletes and wishing the McCort Carroll Crushers the best of luck this season. Thank you, Ryan Young, for your dedication to Bishop McCort.
Well, Jeannie, as the band leaves the field and the teams are on their respective sidelines, we're going to get to the toss of the coin. With that being said, I have the list of officials for this evening's contest, and I'm going to go through theirs, through the names of these officials. The referee is Brian Schmidt. The umpire is Al Fatula. The head linesman is James Matthews. The line judge is Larry Hoover. The field judge, Derek Krause. The side judge, Nick Muha, and the back judge, Travis Barta. And I will say this to you.
Good hand for them.
The job looks easy, folks, but it's not.
No.
And like I always tell people that say, well, where'd you get these officials? Those guys weren't good. And I always say, with all due respect, become an official. Don't criticize them.
It's a thankless job. One side's not going to be happy no matter what you do.
There's a lot of truth to that, Jeannie.
So
yes.
it's really a thankless position. The teams are heading out. The captains of the teams are heading out for the ceremonial.
Well, at 6:30 a.m. at the 50-yard line, the head
Or
coach
PM. They weren't here at AM.
Oh, yeah, a.m. Been a long day, Jeannie. I thought it was already Saturday.
No.
But anyway, at 6:30 p.m., the head coaches and the captains get together with the officials, and they have the toss of the coin. And after they actually do the ceremonial toss, I'll tell you exactly what happened at 6:30. Something for our listeners and viewers: when we're on the road, you can only hear what we're calling the game without the visuals. Tonight you see both. So it's a little bit different call for us in the sense that we know you're seeing what's happening, so we're not going to tell you like where every receiver's at, and we're going to try to keep it moving the best we can, but you're also watching, so it's a little bit different presentation when there's audio and visual.
Yeah.
So now the toss of the coin, and this is what happened. Richland won the toss, and they will receive. Bishop McCort will kick off, and if Bishop McCort's going to kick right to left with the scoreboard at their back, and it's a continuous coaching concept where you want your offense, like in the second quarter, to be going toward the scoreboard so the head coach and the quarterback can communicate and they can see the time on the clock and all the things that are going around, because there's a lot of information on the scoreboard. The officials are huddling. Bishop McCort's done with their huddle. Richland's in the huddle. We're going to get ready to kick off this football game.
We sure are, and kicking off the first quarter, sponsored by Slovenian Savings and Loan Company, big enough to serve you and small enough to care since 1915. I'm also going to take this time to talk about the Laurel Auto Group. It's another exciting year of Crusher football, and the Laurel Auto Group is once again cheering from the sidelines. Each year, Laurel is proud to support the Crushers and wish all of the players the best of luck for a successful season. Pride, loyalty, and tradition ring true both on the field and off. The Laurel Auto Group, with 7 locations and 10 brands ready to serve all Crusher fans. Bishop McCort Catholic High School and Laurel Auto Group, a winning combination.
Well, Jeannie, we're getting ready to kick off. Kicking off for Bishop McCort will be number 26, Lucas Connor. Lucas Connor on the season has been kicking. His leg has gotten stronger as he's matured and gotten a little bit older. He's been kicking it inside the 15-yard line consistently with a little bit of height. He's kicking from the left hash. Excuse me, he's kicking from the middle of the field. I apologize. And we're going to get ready to get underway here.
Here we go.
There's the kick. High and down the middle. Down to the 13-yard line. Number 13 takes it for Richland. He brings it to the right. He cuts back to the left. And he's tackled by a host of Bishop McCort Carroll crushers there.
On that carry was Austin Yarnick for Richland.
Jump in there anytime, Jeannie, when you got those names. That's cool, man. That just helps the whole deal. So Richland's going to take over first and 10. The ball on their 35-yard line, actually the 37-yard line, on their right hash. Their right hash in this first quarter is closest to their bench. McCort in their 3-3-5 stack, the unique defense, shotgun, sidecar to the left. The quarterback sneak.
Boy, they stopped him well.
And the quarterback for Bishop, for the Richland Rams, he's stacked up by a host of tacklers. I see 51 there. I see 55. I see 34. Stevens, Rodriguez, along with Cooper Steigers, piling that thing up for no game. Actually, it's a short game, like 2nd and 9.5 maybe. Richland does not huddle up. They're looking to their sidelines. It's all signals and cards and all the coaches, and you got to decipher who's making the call and who the decoys are. Going back to pass, they got a screen to the middle, number 6 on the screen. He's across the 50, he's down to the 40, and he's tripped up. Great open field tackle by number 8 for Bishop McCort, Bentley Bainey with a big tackle.
And on that run was Evan McCracken.
And McCracken is a player that Smitty was worried about. He mentioned it in his keys to the game, that's one of their key guys. They got double wide slots, shotgun, sidecar left, hand it off to running back number 6, hanging on for dear life.
McCracken, and he's taken back.
He's taken down by number 7, Garrett Faraball, along with number 3, Brock Beppler. Great open field tackle, and Beppler coming in to help out to make sure there is no further gain. That makes it 2nd and 10. Richland in a trips to the short side. They've got a split end isolated to the wide side of the field, shotgun sidecar to the right. They got one-on-one up at the top. Look to see if they take a shot at that. They've got everything crunched into the short side of the field, which forces Bishop McCort to defend that. So you got one-on-one at the top of the screen. Wow.
This Crusher defense.
The Crusher defense is standing tall tonight.
That was Evan McCracken again on the carry.
Yeah, McCracken, when I get a chance here, I do have his stats. But we have to wait a little bit because Richland just goes fast, so there isn't time to a lot of mincing words in between. We got to stay on it.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 9 for the Rams, the Crushers, digging in, playing some tough defense. At this point, they bent, but they haven't broken, and we got offsides here. Oh my goodness gracious! We got offsides against number 4. Number 4 for the Crushers is Jonathan D'Elia. And he is playing, as a defensive back, and he was up in a press type of look, and he must have stepped into the neutral zone, and they called him offside. You don't see that one very often, Jeannie.
He doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
And you just don't see that call very much. Now it's 3rd and 3, ball on the Crushers 29. There's a little screen pass out to number 13. That went backwards. He picks up the first down. Number 8, Bentley Bainey on the stop. Getting to McCracken if we can. In the Tribune Democrat, and we thank the Tribune Democrat because we use their stats and we appreciate their information. McCracken is 9th overall in rushing in the area with 40 rushes with 282 yards. And their quarterback, Grayson Mala.
Yep, Grayson Mala.
He's 3rd in the area, 28 for 50 with 496 passing yards and 5 TDs. And there's the handoff to McCracken up the guts. Well, I'll tell you right now, one thing I've seen right out of the gate with the Crushers is from that tackle to tackle defensively, they're a lot tougher than they have been
sure
in the
have.
first 3 football games.
They've been stopping the ball.
You got Steigers and Rodriguez and I believe number 75, Zazadny up there, just doing the job. Luke Stevens, the middle linebacker, and those 4 guys got to really, play tough from that tackle to tackle against that offensive look. We got a double wide slot, shotgun sidecar left, snapped. Here's the ball. He's going down to the end zone. Oh, goodness. Touchdown pass to number 13. Number 13 for Richland is Austin Yarnick, a junior, 5'9", 165.
I have no idea how he caught that ball.
I'll tell you what, it was just a great throw.
He was double coverage in the end zone.
It was a great throw. We had him covered very well, and they just did a better job of threading the ball in there. On special teams, your long snapper is Janidlo for Richland. Your holder is Mala. And the kicker is Ritko. Snap, hold, kick. It's down. He puts it through, and he puts it right to the main entrance. He kicks it.
Yep.
So we've got
I believe Mr. Cauchin may have caught that.
Yeah, he may have. I think Mr. Fowle's looking for the ball down there. Okay.
He is.
Yeah, and going back to McCracken, 7 TDs. He's 3rd in the area in scoring with 42 points, and their kicker Noah Ritko. Who just kicked the extra point. He is now 11 for 11 on extra points. So now he has 11 points on the season. And coming into the game in the region, he was 4th in the region as far as kicking extra points was concerned. So now we're going to turn over to offense here for the Crushers.
Do I have a couple minutes to talk about some of our sponsors?
You've got plenty. You go do it there, young
Best
lady.
wishes to the McCort Carroll Crushers for a successful football season from HF Lens Company. From kickoff to end, play representing the pride, loyalty, and tradition of past Crusher teams. HF Lens Company providing a full range of engineering services to the Johnstown region and beyond for over 76 years. Proud to be a sponsor of Bishop McCort and McCort Carroll Catholic Football.
Well, Richland's going to kick off left to right here. They're kicking to the scoreboard. Deep for the Crushers are Bepler and Shaquille Ferguson. They're standing at their 5-yard line, and we are facing a pretty decent kicker here this evening. I look for him to be able to kick it to at least the 10-yard line. I'll be shocked if he comes up short on that unless they have some type of special on-the-ground kick or something, but I don't expect that in this moment. Bepler has 9 kickoff returns for 219 yards.
He hit a touchdown.
24.3-yard average, 1 TD, and he took that one back 87 yards against Chestnut Ridge.
I was there.
Ball's in the middle of the field. Number 7 kicking for Richland, Noah Ritko. And he kicks it. Fielded by Ferguson on the 6-yard line. He's got it to the 20. He broke it to the 30. He's up over the 40.
Whoa,
he's still going. He brought it out to the 46 or 47-yard line. Great return by Ferguson.
Shaq's a good kid.
I had a chat with both Bepler and Ferguson. I have a nice relationship with those guys, and and they know as senior leaders they're going to step it up. And there's Ferguson right there, bringing a kick back and showing you that I'm going to do the best I can all the time. So it's 1st and 10 for the McCort Carroll Crushers, and the ball is sitting on the. Okay, now we had a flag.
Oh, boy.
And we had a hold, which does not help the situation. It's marked off from the spot of the foul, which was the 35-yard line. So instead of having the ball on the 47, we're going to have the ball on our own 25. And there's those unfriendly flags, okay? I just don't like those guys at all.
Well, it is a first quarter. Crusher First Down, sponsored by Don and Aaron Colvin with Remax Power Associates.
Straight up the guts to Bepler. He looks like he's been thrown for a bit of a loss there. On offense, I'm just going to go through the starting lineup. You got Faribault, Bepler, Ferguson, D'Elia, Paquette, Bainey are your skilled players. The offensive lines, Zadney, Rodriguez, Fetzko, Pruce, Michael Pruce, Cooper Steigers, and that's your starting offense for the McCort Carroll Crushers. up on the ball. It's 2nd and 11. The ball resting on the 28-yard line. Trips to the left. They got a single receivers to the short side. Shotgun. Motion left to right. Ball snap. Fair ball back to pass. He's looking deep down the middle. Oh, boy. Kind of threw into double coverage. That could have been an interception, Jeannie.
Yeah, it was a close one. Let me take a minute to talk about Dr. John Walker. You can feel the excitement in the air. It's time for Friday Night Lights and high school football. Dr. John Walker Family Dental Center at 307 State Street. Cheer on the McCort Carroll Crushers. Good luck to all the players, coaches from Dr. Walker and staff. Have a great season and enjoy each minute. Dr. John Walker Family Dental Center, proud sponsor of Bishop McCort. Experience the art of dentistry.
3rd and 11, and I talked to Coach Hornick this week, and they wanted to stay ahead of the sticks. This is not where they want to be. They don't want to be in 3rd and long, okay? Snap, and far ball's back, and he's being flushed out. He finds a seam. He throws it. It's complete, I believe, to number 20 for Bishop McCort, and that's Toby Paquette. And it's about a 6 or 7 yard gain, but it's going to bring up 4th down, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 7, I believe. And the ball will be on the Crushers' 28-yard line. Punting will be Repco, and Repco is averaging 33.2 yards per punt. The long snapper will be Luke Stevens.
Good punt.
Oh, boy.
Good punt.
Great punt.
Let it roll.
Got to wonder, Richland really didn't have anybody too deep. They were expecting that kick, and it was an end over end, and it rolls, changes field position completely. So Repco gets the job done as the punter, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Richland with the ball on their own 20-yard line, I believe.
Coach Santoro came to me today and wanted me to do a shout out to Renee, Allen, Jesse, and John Carlo in New Jersey. They're Coach's cousins. So thanks for listening in New Jersey.
Coach Santoro, God bless you. God bless your friends and your family. And Richland's going to take over 1st and 10. The ball on their own 23-yard line. They're in the middle of the field. Snap, quick out to number 1. Oh, goodness gracious. Great play by Brock Beppler. Number 1 for Richland is Jude Magera.
Yep.
And
I hate when I'm not pronouncing names right. Magura.
Okay, we want to get it right, and we apologize if we don't get it right, okay? They picked up 3 at 2nd and 7, the ball on the 26-yard line. Richland on the short side on the right hash. Quarterback's in the shotgun, back to pass. He looks right, he looks left. He's going to go deep. Beppler, great coverage by Brock Beppler against number 9 for Richland. Arnold. You got that name? Magera. Okay, I just want to be sure we get that right.
Hey, Ralph, before they get started, I do want to say that tonight's contest between Bishop McCort and Richland is being featured as one of the Great American Rivalry Series games broadcast on the internet at greatamericanrivalry.com. Across the nation and around the world as part of Rivalry Series Broadcast Network, presented by the United States Army. We want to give a special welcome to all the servicemen and women around the world who are listening to this broadcast. We appreciate all you do and hope you are enjoying the game.
3rd and 5, the ball on the 25-yard line. Hands it off. McCracken right up the guts, breaking tackles, and he gets a 1st down. He runs it out over the 35-yard line, around the 37-yard line. Great sportsmanship by McCracken and Brock Beppler there as they kind of help each other up. You like to see that stuff at all levels, not just the high school level. You want to see it at the college level, the pro level. Sportsmanship is part of the game, and we like to see that. Big rivalry game here and good sportsmanship, and that's great stuff. And I know that Coach Bailey and Coach Smith have a great relationship as they coached together for many years at Richland. Tommy was an assistant up there. Here's the snap. Here's the quick pitch out to McCracken. He cuts it back, but the Crushers are there. 34, 55, 60. 34 is Luke Stevens, 55 is Rodriguez, and 60 is Brody Lanzendorfer. I love that name. I just love it.
And it's not even Italian.
Oh, we can make it Italian, Lanzendorfer. Okay, hey, we can do what we got to do here.
And the
Okay?
Cabrini. Okay, we got
Well, our defense is on the field. A couple of Tribune Democrat top performers. 10th in tackles in the region is Luke Stevens with 30 tackles. There's a direct snap to the quarterback. It's a little counter as he stepped right, and the whole defense went that way, and they sealed a little hole to the left, and he found a hole. He gets a first down. He picks it up. That's going to be 1st and 10.
Yep.
And the ball is going to rest on the Bishop McCort 47-yard line. And we also want to mention that Bentley Bainey has 3 interceptions on the season, and he's 2nd in the Tribune Democrat region area in receptions. So we got 2 guys there defensively doing some real good stuff and showing up in the stats as far as the region is concerned.
7 seconds on the play clock. That was close.
Little handoff, little counter handoff to number 21 for Richland. Number 21 for Richland is Easton Robertson. He picks up about 3 or 4, 2nd down and 7.
Let me tell you a little bit about Nico's Restaurant on Scalp Avenue in Richland. They'd like to wish the best of luck to the McCort Carroll Crushers. From sushi to Italian to homestyle American, Nico's has a menu that is sure to satisfy any appetite. Looking for something quick to take home? Check out the new takeout window. You'll never be disappointed. Nico's Restaurant owner is a class of 1986 alumni and proud to be a sponsor.
Richland snaps the football. They got a little halfback pass going, number 8 completing it to number 13. They ran a little bit of a motion. They handed off to motion. It looked like that the pitch, and he throws the football. That was number 13.
That was Austin Yarnick, and Brock Beppler brought him down. Brock's having a good game so far.
Yes, he is. Keep that in mind, because at the end of the game,
we have our players of the game.
Harris Funeral Home, players of the game. Again, they're going to do the same thing going the other way, and he sees number 13, and they take it down to the 16-yard line.
And that was Bentley Bainey on that tackle?
So now, did they realize that the sledding is tough from tackle to tackle defensively? So now they're running the jet sweep, and off the jet sweep, they're running the halfback pass, and they've connected twice in a row to move the ball to the 16-yard line of the McCort Carroll Crushers, 1st and 10. They can get a first down on the 6-yard line. They're on the left hash. That is the hash closest to the McCort sidelines. Nobody jumped off sides. That was good. It looked like we might have, but we held our breath a little bit, and we didn't jump in that neutral zone. Quick pass out to number 13. He's great job of number 4.
Jonathan D'Elia.
D'Elia hanging on for the tackle. So now we've got I believe they're going to come up a little bit short on the first down. We're going to get a 2nd and 1 for the first down. And on the 7-yard line, 7 yards to get a touchdown. That's where they're at. Very quickly, the defense for the Crushers, you've got Beppler, Ferguson, Bainey, Paquette, D'Elia, Stevens, Lansendorfer, Faribault, Zazadny, Rodriguez, and Steigers are your starting 11. In the shotgun, there's the snap, handed off to McCracken going left, one of the top running backs in the area. We talked about that at the top of the show. He's 7th in scoring in the region and 9th in rushing, and he really brings a dimension to this Richland Ram football team, a skilled player that you have to contend with. 1st and 10 for the Rams first and goal to goal for the Rams at the Crushers' 5-yard line. In the shotgun, there's the snap. Give it to McCracken.
McCracken takes it in for a touchdown.
Oh, geez, it's almost like he walked in on that one.
Yep,
Evan McCracken.
He found a big hole right there in the middle.
And they're finding different ways to get him the ball now. They realized that from tackle to tackle, the Crushers were really doing a great job in digging in, and now they're trying to get it more to the perimeter or counter plays to counteract the hustle and defense that the Crushers were playing to start the period. Snap, hold, kick, they say here. The kicker is Noah Ritko, and he is now 12 for 12 on the season in extra points, and he was 4th in the area coming into the game.
3 steps, that's it. Tear, take, and go. Tear, take, and go with Medipack from Martellus Pharmacies. Medipack's medication packaging reminds you to take the right medications at the right time every time. Martellus Pharmacy Medipack is convenient, easy, stress-free, and is only available from Martellus Pharmacies. Check martellapharmacy.com for all 6 locations. Free delivery is always available to your home or office. Tear, take, and go, Crushers.
Well, we've got timeouts on both sidelines, and the officials are doing their thing, getting together, and Bishop McCort is going to field the kickoff. There's 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Richland is winning 14-0. Not the start that we wanted, but early on in the period we were playing tough, and Richland went to some plays that I'm not sure that we've seen through the course of the first 3 games and got us off balance, and our coaching staff's going to have to make some adjustments to that, or it will be a longer night if we don't make some adjustments and slow them down a little bit.
Well, just to remind you, you're listening to the Bishop McCort and Richland game on the CSN, Crusher Sports Network, and the Rivalry Series Broadcast Network, presented by the United States Army.
And the Harris Funeral Home, we're going to have players of the game, and we have the leeway to name more than a few. There'll always be Crushers named, but if a Richland player deserves to be named as a player of the game, we're going to do that as well. And we thank the Harris Funeral Home for being part of the stream team, as they say.
Yes, we do. We need the Crushers to get down into the 5th local eatery red zone this time.
Yes,
time to move that ball down.
That would be helpful. There's no doubt about that. Ritko kicking off, and he kicks it. Ferguson's going to field it at the 8-yard line. He's bringing it right up the guts. He finds a hole.
Go!
He's across the 50. He's across the 40. He's going to go. Don't look back. Keep going. 10, 5, touchdown, Crushers.
Crusher, touchdown.
Shaquille Ferguson brings it back. 92 yards. That is just amazing stuff. Now look, no flags.
Look at Coach Santoro. He's a happy man.
He's a happy man. Now we're looking at on special teams. Our long snapper will be Luke Stevens. No, excuse me. On extra points and field goals, the long snapper will be Hildebrand. The holder will be Cut School. Let's check that one. Let's see what the holder's number is, Jeannie.
What number is he?
Cut School.
He is number 28.
Yeah, and Lucas Connor is 3 for 3 on extra points on the season. And this is not, you want your extra point team to block, but it's snap, hold, kick. If you do it within, 1.2 seconds, then or even some of the best are at 0.9. Oh, it looks like you got it looks like you got in there. Yeah.
Yes.
There's a knuckleball. Richland got a little bit of pressure on it, but now that makes our good buddy Lucas Connor is now 4 for 4 on extra points on the season, and keep this in mind, he's kicked a field goal this year. He's 1 for 2 on field goals, and he's come a long way as the kicker for the Crushers. Coach Santoro deserves a lot of credit working with that young man. We've seen so much improvement with him.
They're clapping in New Jersey.
They're doing the 2-step, the 3-step, or whatever step they do. Whatever you guys dance in New Jersey, you just keep dancing.
Making New Jersey proud.
14-7, Crushers back in it. Richland not happy. Coach Bailey is berating his sidelines a little bit, and he's letting them know that he's not happy about them taking that thing back for a touchdown.
14-7, Richland. 1 minute and 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Where did this first quarter go? When you're having fun, huh, Jeannie?
I'm telling you, Ralph. We are the stream team.
We're working at it. Connor's going to kick off from the middle of the field. Through the course of the season and last year, he was always kicking from the right hash, but the fact that his leg has gotten a little bit stronger and he can kick it down inside the 15, it makes it a little bit better for the coverage team to be able to converge on the ball. The ball's not stuck in one corner or the other, although that many special team coaches have a philosophy where they like to kick the ball to the corners. We'll see how Lucas fares well here on this kickoff as we're set to kick off, going right to left. Right-footed kicker. Kicks it nice and
Nice,
high.
nice
Down to the
kickoff.
10-yard line. It's fielded down there by number 13. And some great special teams play by number 24 for the Crushers.
Josh Spontak.
And the return man for Richland, number 13, Austin Yarnick. And so now they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their 27-yard line. A minute and 24 seconds left before the quarter break.
And there's time for me to talk about Dr. Matthew Radkowski and the team at Allegheny Orthodontic Associates. They wish the Bishop McCort Carroll Crushers, the best of luck this season. The goal at AOA is to provide the best possible orthodontic experience using the newest proven technology. Patients enjoy beautiful smiles in the most efficient manner.
Wow, we had him in the backfield, and McCracken just high-stepping it through there, and he picks up about 7 yards on 1st down. We got to find an answer there. We got to slow him down just a little bit.
Yep.
He's having himself a pretty good second half of the first quarter. We had him shut down early in the game, but that kind of got away from us just a little bit.
A little bit.
So it's 2nd and 3 for the Rams. They're on their own 34-yard line. There's the snap. He's thrown a quick out to number 1, incomplete. Well covered by number 8 for the Crushers, Bentley Bainey. And we had mentioned at the top of the show, Bentley Bainey has 3 interceptions. That's 2nd in the region.
And he's a freshman.
Well,
he's a freshman. He's
just
got
hope
those
he
long
just
arms.
keeps getting better every day.
Good kid.
Richland not taking their time. They do not huddle. The Crushers huddle up. They take their time, but Richland wants to get on the ball. They want to get moving. And the McCort coaches are all yelling and screaming on the headsets. We've got a double shift, an old single wing type shift from Richland where 6 guys shift at one time, which is totally legal. And there's the handoff to McCracken, and he is covered up.
Stopped him that time.
Number 74 for the Crushers.
Rocco Fetzko.
Rocco Fetzko.
You go, Rocco.
Coming in there making a good play. Rodriguez, that defensive line playing a little bit tougher than they had last week. I see some progress out of those guys. Richland making 5 changes offensively, bringing their punt team on. I'm not so sure that knowing Coach Bailey, I don't think they're punting the football here, fellas. What are we doing here?
There's a lot of moving around.
And they can do that as long as they move as a unit. That's legal. And now Richland's trying to figure out what they're doing because they're not punting the ball. We thought they were going to punt the ball, but I didn't see a punter back there. And there's officials' timeout to discuss some things here. And it's the end of the quarter. What Richland they just let the quarter run out. I don't believe they were going to. I believe they were going to try to draw us off sides.
Well, it's another exciting season of high school football, and the McCort Carroll Crushers are ready to roll. McEnany Brothers is proud to support the Crushers and their long-standing sports tradition. Show everyone that pride, loyalty, and traditions is the Crusher way. Good luck to the players, coaches, and all McCort Carroll football from McEnany Brothers. Go Crushers from your friends at McEnany Brothers.
So while we have this break, we want have some thank yous here. We want to thank our buddy Ian Lipinski again for doing a lot of good work behind the scenes, and our weather girl. We want to thank John DeFazio, who highlights all McCort sporting events throughout the year on our websites and as well as the LHAC website. Special thanks to Mike Shellhammer, the announcer, Donnie Stanton, the clock operator, Sean Wessner, our statistician, and everyone else that helped in tonight's event. Go Crushers, and our good buddy Sean Wessner over there, giving him a little shout out.
I'm smelling pizza, Ralph. I'm smelling
We're
pizza.
smelling pizza.
I see Josh Seidel.
I think Josh Seidel's here. Hi, Josh. We're doing good, buddy. Thanks for the pizza. I'd like you, but Baco has the money.
Baco's buying tonight. Pizza from the
Baco's buying tonight.
He knows the way to our hearts.
But we do thank you for that. We appreciate it.
Speaking of
the Haven.
Speaking of pizza. Second quarter is sponsored by Pizza Man's Pizza, Lighter Drive in Westmont. Dine in, carry out, and delivery. New York-style pizza, salads, hoagies, wings, and more. Find their menu on Facebook. If you haven't been there, go. Oh, my gosh, they have the best soup. you would ever taste. Mm-mm-mm. And I hear it's homemade. They make it themselves.
So now we've reversed ends of the field. We're in the same situation. It's 4th and 3. The ball, Richland has the football on their 33-yard line. They got to get to a little bit just past the 35 to get the first down. They gave a look. They did not get into punt formation, but they did a lot of shifting. And if everybody shifts together, that's legal. But one guy can't shift, then another guy shifts. That's
Right.
illegal motion. But if they move as one, which they've been doing, that's legal. So now there seems to be some confusion as to they're looking for certain personnel here on the Richland sidelines. And I think he's still going to send his unit out there and try to draw us off sides. He might run a play. I've known Coach Bailey. He is not afraid to throw.
Got a few tricks up his
Oh yeah, he's not afraid to throw caution to the wind. And Coach Smith mentored under him, so maybe we'll see a little bit of that on our end if we can establish some some momentum offensively. But let's see what happens here as our defense lines up and Richland's getting over the ball. Just in case they do punt the football, McCracken is the punter and McEnany is the long snapper. They may shift again. It's unbalanced. Now they're gonna shift into. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They had an unbalanced to our left. We did not adjust to it. They snapped the ball, I believe, to number 68, a lineman. Ethan Janidlo, and they ran a waggle pass to the right. Did not get the number that they caught, who caught it, but they picked up quite a piece of real estate down to the McCort 48-yard line, where it's 1st and 10 for Richland. Like we said, don't be shocked. Brandon's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve. Quarterback back to pass, throwing it to number 8. It bounces in the turf. Grayson Mahla was an intended receiver, covered quite well there by number 8, Bentley Bainey for the Crushers, and not so sure he just didn't throw it into the turf, realizing that he didn't have any room to thread that pass in there. So it's now 2nd and 10, the ball on the Crushers' 48-yard line. Richland in possession on the right hash. And they, like I said, they never huddle. They look to the sidelines. There's like 5 people making signals. You got to know which one is the real one, because the other ones are trying to fake you out, so to say. So there's the pitch to McCracken going to his left. Oh, boy. He's got that vision. He just found that crack. Yeah. It looked like he wasn't going to gain anything, and he just cut it back to his right, and suddenly he picks up 4 yards.
And it looks like Rocco Fetzko was in on that tackle.
3rd down and 7. The ball on the Crushers' 44-yard line. Richland over the ball. Now they're checking with their coaching staff. They're signaling it all in. Plays, formation, snap count. They got the whole deal going. There's the ball snapped. Quarterback's back to pass. Hit number 13 in the flat.
Bentley Bainey again.
Bentley Bainey. So that's going to bring up 4th down again, I believe.
Yep.
Going to be 4th. No, well, they're moving the sticks.
Really?
I thought they were going to come up short, but they moved the sticks. He just made it. So it's 1st and 10 for the Rams. They're on the ball. They're ready to go. They're on the Crushers' 37-yard line.
They don't take their time now, do they?
No, that's their style. Little waggle going right. Not going to look for. Oh, intercepted! Intercepted! Brock Beppler with the interception.
Beppler.
The quarterback rolled right. It tipped off a receiver's hands, and Bettler was Johnny on the spot. And there it is. You see coaches on
how things change.
Yeah, first day of camp.
Yep.
First day of camp tip drill. There it is, right there. There it was. So the Crushers are going to take over, and there's those turnovers. Those turnovers can play big in any football game, and let's see if we can do something with it. And again, Coach Hornick not wanting to get behind the sticks. His philosophy is we got to gain 3 1/3 yards on the first 3 plays, and that's a first down every play. The Crushers are in a tight set, 2 tight ends, double wing, shotgun, tailback. But now the Crushers are going to do the same thing Richland did. They shifted out of that, giving Richland a little bit of their own medicine. There's a handoff. Finds a crease. Bepler!
Go. Nice run.
Bepler picks up. I believe he may have picked up a first down.
You think?
Jeannie, just making a check. You still got me, right? We're good? Okay.
We're good.
So it's going to be, he picked
Second
up.
down and 3.
He
Second
picked
down
up
and
7. Second down and 3. The ball on the McCort 27-yard line, and the shift looked exactly like what Richland did. So I guess giving each other a little bit of their own medicine here this evening. Crusher's got motion. It's a quarterback sneak. Fair ball now. It's a direct snap to the quarterback. He's not underneath center, but it's a quarterback keep, not necessarily a sneak. And I think that we're going to be a little bit short, Jeannie. I think we're going to come to a, oh no, they're saying we got the first down here.
It's a first down.
I got to clean my glasses.
This Crusher first down is sponsored by Jeff Nider with Remax Power Associates.
Yeah, I got to clean my glasses. I'm not seeing as well as I did the other night.
While they move the sticks, I'm going to say good luck to Coach Smith and the McCort Carroll Crushers from your friends at Game Day Apparel. Stop in and see Game Day Apparel at their new location, 960 Eisenhower Boulevard, for all your screen printing and embroidery needs.
First and 10, the ball on the Crusher 31-yard line. We jumped off sides. Can't do that.
Was that one of our guys?
Someone in our offensive line jumped off sides there. It was a McCort guy. You hate to do that on first down. Then suddenly it's first and 15, and you get out of that whole scenario that we need 3 1/3 yards. We don't want to get behind the sticks. In other words, we don't want first and 15. That means you're behind the sticks, and you don't want that, okay?
Right.
And that's something that Coach Hornick really harped this week at practice, and he and I talked about it today, and just hoping that we can do some better stuff with that. First and 15 for the Crushers on their 26-yard line. Faribault keeping it running left. He turns the corner, and of course, who's Johnny on the spot for the Rams? McCracken. McCracken showing his speed. Faribault gets by him. He might have run and picked up that first down. Now it's going to bring second down, and I might have gained a yard. Second and 14, the ball on the 28-yard line. And the Crushers, like we said, are behind the sticks. They need a big play to kind of put themselves in the position. You know, you got 2 downs to pick up this first down, and in some worlds you might have 3. Coach Smith has a few tricks up his sleeve, working with Coach Bailey for so many years. The Crushers are over the ball. They're underneath center. Faribault is underneath center. Snaps the ball. Fakes the handoff. He's got a waggle. Run it to his right. He's got a receiver down the field. Oh, goodness gracious.
That was a tough catch.
That would have been a tough catch. Ferguson was able to get his hand on it, but that would have been a tough one-handed catch. Number 9 and number 24 for Richland were defending, but it was a pretty decent pass by Faribault.
That was Aiden Newcomer? No? Oh, you're looking. Okay.
Richland. Their defenders on that were 9 and 23. 9 is Grayson Maha, and 23 for Richland is Rowan Vaught.
Nope, it's Braden Nepper.
There you go.
You just went a little upwards.
Third down and 14. The ball on McCourt's 27-yard line. For those of you who are, on the stream viewing the game here, send some positive energy wherever you're at. Send some positive energy to our Crushers. Jeannie, you got any updates for us there?
Looks like we have a timeout. In time to announce Met's Culinary Management, proudly serving the Bishop McCort family. Whether providing daily fare in the cafeteria or offering a catering for school events, Met's strives to offer a variety of healthy choices in a safe environment. Met's Culinary Management wishes the Crushers of Bishop McCort, Carroll, the football, the best of luck during this season. Let's go, Crushers.
And Jeannie, my wife Maria said that there was a good chance that she might be listening for a while tonight, and
lovely woman.
We want to give her a shout out and send her our love. Okay.
Absolutely. Just a quick reminder, tonight's contest between Bishop McCort and Richland is being featured as one of the Great American Rivalry Series games, broadcasted on the internet at greatamericanrivalry.com across the nation and around the world as part of the Rivalry Series broadcast network presented by the United States Army. We want to give a special welcome to all the servicemen and women around the world who are listening to this broadcast. We appreciate all you do and hope you are enjoying the game.
Now, Jeannie, the Crushers are going to come up on the ball. They've got trips to the wide side of the field. Faribault is in the shotgun. They got 3rd and 14 on their own 27. 7 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. We got a flag. I don't know if a receiver jumped off sides. I just don't know what happened there.
It was a false start.
Oh, boy. Now think about it. You know, we have 10 yards in penalties. It's 3rd and now and like 22, and we just can't get out of the rut. Those penalties have just put us in a very difficult 3rd down situation. Faribault was in the shotgun, back to pass. He's in trouble. He's being chased. He's able to run to his right. He's pointing, go deep. Now he turns the Jets on. He's down the middle. Farrakhan is across the 50-yard line, and oh, my goodness gracious. Touchdown-saving tackle by number 9 for Richland, Arnold Mergua.
Yep. It's a Crusher first down, sponsored by Jeff Nider with Remax Power Associates.
Faribault makes a great play with his legs. Faribault coming into the game, rushing, was the leading rusher with 37 attempts, 176 yards, 4.2 yard average. His longest run was 50-yard run, so he can do it, and he did it with his legs right there. This would be big if we can go down and tie this thing up, Jeannie.
We need to get that 5th local eatery red zone.
Yes, we do. In the shotgun, sidecar left, 2 receivers each side. Handed off to Beppler up the guts. He makes a little bit of cut, and he makes something out of nothing. He probably picks up only 1 yard, but he went right, he went left, and then he went straight, and he was able to just find a crease in there and was able to keep himself from being thrown for a loss in the backfield. And they're going to say that he gained a yard. So actually they're saying he gained 2 yards. 2nd and 8. The ball on Richland's 44-yard line, and we got ourselves a football game, folks.
Yes, we do.
And this is big. You know, the McCort Carroll Crushers have been in games, but these last 5 minutes of the first half, you know, we'll do good stuff, but then we'll give up a score. Let's go down and tie it. I'll go into halftime tied. I'll take that.
Against
underneath the center's Faribault. We got a little counterplay to Beppler. There's no room there. He's able to sneak through there, though. He was able to sneak through there and gain a couple of yards.
Was that 3rd down?
This is going to be 3rd down, I believe. Beppler has 16 carries for 32 yards on the ground, and Beppler, I'm almost positive, is our leading scorer on the season with 2 touchdowns. So now we have a 3rd and 6, the ball on Richland's 42-yard line, and you got to ask yourself, if you don't pick this up, do you punt him in the hole, or do you throw caution to the wind and try to pick up the first down if you don't pick it up here? Faribault in the shotgun. Snap. Oh, what do we got now? We got delay game. That's why, young quarterback. You got to be able to see those, right there, the clock, not the game clock, the 40-second clock, yep. Okay? And you got to be able to see that. And the coaches, that might have been a time, if you're looking at that clock, there's 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the second quarter. Maybe you take that time out right there.
Right.
Not another 5-yard penalty. Now you're in 3rd and 11. And if you don't pick this up, you may almost have to punt the ball to Richland.
Yeah.
The ball is on Richland's now 47? On their 47-yard line, 3rd and 11, and we were actually in a 3rd and like 5 or 6. Faribault in the gun, motion going right to left. There's the snap. He's flushed. Number 63 has been all over Faribault tonight. He throws it downfield, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted by number 13, Austin Yarnick, and he dropped it. And I'm going to have to believe that the Crushers are going to have to punt the football here, Jeannie.
Yeah, I don't think there's much choice.
Well, for our listeners, as part of our festivities here this evening, we're going to have some halftime guests,
We
Father
sure are.
Crookston and Mrs. Rivetti, and we'll talk more about it after this punt. Repko in punt formation for the Crushers, and he's averaging 33.2 yards per punt.
He's been kicking well.
Nice snap, nice punt. He kicks it. It's going to land at the 15. It's going to take a Richland bounce, and Johnny on the spot there is number 34, Stevens, so that we don't, it doesn't roll in Richland's favor anymore. Richland's going to take over on change of possession, 1st and 10 at the Crushers, at the Richland 18-yard line.
And we want to thank Brett Insurance and take this moment to salute a winning team on and off the field. The McCort Carroll Crushers, from opening kickoff to the final call, Brett Insurance knows they will give it their all. Remember, for personal, commercial, life, and motorcycle insurance, trust Brett Insurance. Brett Insurance, proud to be a sponsor of McCort Carroll Catholic football.
So Richland's going to take over 1st and 10 on their 18-yard line. They're in the shotgun. Number 8, the quarterback, is going to keep a quarterback keeper. He fakes it inside, and he keeps the ball, and he picks up, probably about 4 yards. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Richland has all their timeouts left. McCort has one. It's 5 minutes, 4:59, 4:58, 4:57. The clock is moving. Richland looking to the sidelines to get the play. They've got plenty of time on the clock and 3 timeouts. They're going to run a quick screen to number 3 out here. And hustling, oh my gosh, he breaks all kind of tackles. He breaks 2, 3 tackles. He's cutting it right. He goes back to his left. He's cut the whole way. The ball's out, and the Crushers recover. The Crushers recover.
Wow.
Number 75, Zazadny, just hustled down the football
Nice
field,
job.
saved a touchdown. And it was a great effort by the receiver for Richland, number 3, Jameer Christian, but to no avail as Zazadny creates the fumble, and the Crushers take over. 1st and 10, 1 timeout left, 4:29 on the clock, and
It's a Crusher first down, sponsored by Jeff Nider with Remax Power Associates. I love to say those things. First downs.
I want to say touchdown.
I want to say touchdown too, for sure.
I'll take any kind of points at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take a field goal, whatever it takes. So the Crushers take over, 1st and 10 on their own 47-yard line. There's that turnover battle again. Now Fireball fumbles the football. He picks it up, and goodness gracious, he's brought down by number 34 for Richland, and that's Joe Penna. Mm-hmm. And that is his father is a good friend of ours, Jim Penna. He's the voice of the Ken Lance, the First Summit Bank Ken Lancey All-Star Classic for many, many years. A little shout-out to Jim as his son comes up with a play. A fellow we got to start blocking is this number 68, this Ethan Janidlo. He's a down defensive end, and they're 4-3 look at Richland, and we just haven't been able to keep him out of our backfield.
2nd and 19.
Faribault going to quarterback draw. Faribault is up over the 50, and he's down at the 43-yard line. 3 minutes and 32 seconds. They're going to stop the clock to move the sticks.
They're moving the sticks. It's another Crusher first down, sponsored by Jeff Nider at Remax Power Associates.
Now we have a first down, so they move the sticks, and now Coach Hornick is giving them the play. But they're gonna run the clock, 3:29, 3:28. We got to get it in. Come on, fellas. We have 1 timeout, but we got to have a little more urgency than that, guys. Come on. So we have 1st and 10, the ball on Richland's 42-yard line. 3:16, 3:15. Got that timeout in our hip pocket as well. We're in the shotgun. Bepler's in the shotgun at quarterback. He gets a direct snap, and he's running left. And he is going to pick up maybe a yard.
Maybe 2.
Yep. So that's going to be 2nd down and a long 9 2:52, 2:51, Richland 14, the Crushers 7. It's 2nd and 9, the ball on the 41-yard line.
And you're listening to the Bishop McCort and Richland game on the Crusher Sports Network and the Rivalry Series Broadcast Network, presented by the United States Army.
Shout out to all those who protect and serve.
Come on, Crushers.
Faribault hands it off to Beppler. Beppler running to his left. He's got some room. He gets it down to about the 36-yard line, so that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And I'm thinking that he got out of bounds, which is going to stop the clock.
Yes, he definitely got out of bounds. So, clock stopped at 2:17. Crushers will take over 3rd down. We'll be on 3rd down with 9 yards to go. It says on there, but I
think it's going to be 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 5.
They don't move that board fast enough for me.
Well, I'm going to leave those comments to myself, okay? I was kidding. Donnie Stanton's the clock operator. We'll get back to it whenever.
Donnie.
Okay. There's a snap. Hand off to Beppler up the guts. So it's going to bring up a 4th and probably 2 for the Crushers. And I can't. We got a flag. Not sure what that is, but the way they have reconfigured the stadium with the baseball clock and the football clock, Donnie Stanton is in a...
Is that a personal foul?
Yep.
Against Richland.
Donnie Stanton is in a box all by himself, and I said, they put you in a cell. And Donnie's like, but I don't have any bars on it. So I said, you're okay then.
So we are looking at another first down, and they're moving the sticks. It's a Crusher first down, sponsored by Jeff Snyder with Remax Power Associates.
Late hit by Richland.
And is this the red zone?
This is the red zone, young lady.
Yes, the Crushers are in the red zone, sponsored by the 5th Local Eatery and Ale House in Richland. How I have longed to say that. Excellent.
Well, that tells us that we're moving the football, and that's a good thing.
Yep.
1st and 10, the ball on the Richland 20-yard line. The clock is running, 1 minute and 50, 149, 148, Richland 14, the Crushers 7. We've got one timeout that we can use here in this whole sequence. Faribault, fake it up the guts. He's running to his right. He's got Stevens wide open on the 10-yard line.
Another first down.
I believe we're going to get a first down, which the clock's going to be stopped now. The clock's going to be stopped, so they got a chance to get the play in here a little bit.
Wait a minute.
Because time becomes... Oh, boy, they're not saying he got the first down.
No,
they're saying it's...
They're saying it's shy by
Well, wait a minute now. Hold on.
Oh, wait.
No, they're saying that it's 2nd and short. They can't be moving the sticks while the play's coming on here. What are you guys doing? They're saying we got the first down. It's 1st and goal to goal. We cannot get a first down now. It's right inside the 10-yard line. Faribault, direct snap. He's not going anyplace. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. 1 minute and 8. 1 minute 7. 1-6. The ball resting on the Richland 10-yard line. 2nd and 10 on the right hash. And we got to have some sense of urgency here, fellas. A little sense of urgency, huh? Come on. 51 seconds, 50 seconds. Richland substituting some players in and out. They're bringing extra defensive back in. They brought a defensive lineman out.
Snap to Faribault. He's looking. Come on.
Can't hang on to that thing like that. McCourt's got to take time out here now. I don't think they got a choice in the matter. Unless they're going to spike it and save the timeout. They spot the football. It's 3rd and goal to goal from the 18-yard line. Faribault should have thrown that one away. He'll learn. He's an experienced quarterback. That's a fumble. You can't turn around and do it that way. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. And Brandon Bailey knows it.
But the official
touched the ball and made it dead. Oh. You can't turn around and put it behind you. That's a fumble. That's a live ball. Oh, Brandon Bailey was absolutely correct on that one, but it brings up 3rd and goal to goal from the 18-yard line. 11 seconds left before the half, and we're still sitting on a timeout. I'm going to check with Sean. We still have a timeout, right, one? Yep, thank you, Sean.
Sean Wester, our statistician.
Wow. Wow. I'm going to have to say that Coach Bailey's correct about that. You can't turn around. You have to make it look like a forward pass for it's incomplete. When you turn around and put it down, that's a fumble. That's not an incomplete pass.
Timeout. McElwain School Bus Lines and McElwain Charters and Tours is a proud supporter of Bishop McCort and McCort Carroll Catholic football. McElwain has been providing the region with safe, reliable transportation for over 75 years. The McElwain family wishes the McCort Carroll football team all the best for a successful season. Let's go, Crushers.
And our good friend Fran Zima comes into the press
Zima
box. Mr. Zima, how are you? Hey, Mr. Zima, that was a fumble. Yes, it was. ADs would know that, Mr. Zima. Athletic directors would know that. Good to see you, Fran. Thanks for stopping by. So we got a 4th and 18, goal to goal for the Crushers. The ball obviously resting on Richland's 18-yard line. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, but Coach Bailey has a legitimate gripe on that one, I can tell you that.
Do you think they're going to try for a field goal?
Well, he can make it.
Yeah, 26, 20, they're out there.
It's a 35-yard field goal.
He's been
Connor is 1 for 2 on field goals. Holding is number 28, Cutskill. And the snapper is number 63.
Timeout, Richland.
Icing the kicker a little bit, and our snapper is number 63, Richie Hildebrand.
Hey parents, is your student ready for their own checking account? Ameriserve offers the perfect solution. Student Life Checking at Ameriserve is custom made for first-time account holders. Teach your kids financial responsibility with Ameriserve's easy-to-use checking account. The Student Life Checking account has all the great features like free mobile online banking and Visa check card. Visit your local Ameriserve branch to get started today. Ameriserve Bank, a member FDIC.
I think that the officials admitted to Brandon that they shouldn't have touched the football, and for us it worked for us. When it got blown dead, that's good for us. So that's all I can tell you.
Sometimes it's on your side, sometimes it's not. That's the game, and that's the beauty of the game.
So once again, we're going to set up for a field goal attempt. And this is going to be, the ball's going to be set down at the 25. The 10 yards for the end zone is a 35-yarder. And
Not an easy
got a right-footed kicker. Snap, hold, kick. Set it down. He got it. I think he got it. It's good.
Yes.
It's good.
Yes.
With 5 seconds left in the first half, Richland 14, Bishop McCort 10, and our kicker now goes to 2 for 3 on field goals for the season.
That's awesome.
That is just huge. Now, Jeannie, there's 5 seconds left before the half. This has been haunted us over the years, these last 5, 10, 15 seconds of the half.
Run backs, yeah.
I'm going to suggest that they kick it hard on the ground. Don't kick it to anybody deep, okay? And
it's funny. That's what I was thinking.
There you go. You
Great
should be
minds,
special
Ralph.
teams coach. Yep.
Great minds.
Great minds think alike here in the press box.
I don't think Coach
Okay.
Santoro has anything to worry about.
Our good buddy Michelle Rivetti showed up here.
Oh,
okay.
here for the halftime show.
Part of our halftime. Our halftime guest will be Mrs. Rivetti, who is in charge of the theology department and the campus ministry at Bishop McCort Catholic High School. And Father Crookston is a big help. He's the priest as part of the campus ministry team. So we got a lot of good stuff to talk to. At halftime, Jeannie's going to take care of those two.
Little action on the Richland sidelines.
Oh, okay. We have a number on that. Well, we don't want to jump to any conclusions here for the Richland fans, but it looks like McCracken, number 6, that they're taking a look at them, the trainers. And a little shout out to these athletic trainers and these team doctors. They do some amazing stuff, and you forget about them, and they take really good care of kids, and then they make sound decisions, and they err on the side of caution. Going to kick it off in the right hash. He's going to kick it across the field. It's fielded on the 20-yard line to the 30. coming outside here.
Get him,
And
there
number
you go.
5 for
And
the
we are
Crushers
at halftime.
is Nicholas Dressick makes the stop. And that's
job,
big.
Nick.
That's just huge for the Crushers. And the Crushers, they finished the half strong. It's Richland 14, Bishop McCort 10, and Jeannie's going to talk about some of our sponsors. Then we're going to come back with our guests here at halftime.
Sounds great. I'd like to mention some of our sponsors that we haven't focused on yet. Beauty Lawn, the Independent Catholic Foundation, Joey Dell's 2001 Catering, Merho Federal Credit Union, Modern Art and Plate Glass, Westwood Floral and Gifts, Footsteps Psychological Services, David J. Weaver, Esquire, Capri Restaurant in Westmont, Cardolino Eye Care and Optical, Family Dentistry Associates, Dr. Garver, Fleur of Country Catering, Laurel Asphalt, Memorial Highway Chevrolet, Michael Gress, DDS, Miller Auction Services, Pro Disposal, Riemann Auto Sales and Service. Great job, Brett. The Slovenian Savings and Loan Association, Stadium Pub and Grill, the Boulevard Grill, the Katniss Group, Westmont Rexall Drugstore, and Ziggy Sports.
Richland's band is going to take the field. We have a 20-minute halftime, and the first 8 minutes, Richland's band, and the next 8 minutes will be Bishop McCort's band. The final 4 minutes will be Salute to Service presentation. We're going to be giving a check to the Greater Johnstown Police Canine Unit, and you can talk more about that when we get there.
I sure will. When we get there, we'll stop what we're doing and do
Father
that.
Crookston is never late for church.
Well, you know, he's been down there doing his duty on the field.
Here he comes. He's coming up right now.
So we're going to we'll get everything going. One of the things before we get started with Father Crookston and Mrs. Rivetti, I just want to say that we've really over the past 2 years made our faith basis of Bishop McCort and sort of focusing on increasing that with our students. And I think that this team has done a great job with that.
I can't hear these.
So I wanted to bring that up. Okay, here we go. Are we all here? Mm-hmm. All right. Welcome, Mrs. Michelle Rivetti and Father Crookston. They pretty much lead our team as far as our campus ministries goes. So I do have a couple questions that hopefully you'll be able to come with to answer for me. One of the big tenets of this whole program are the 4 Bs. So if you wouldn't mind talking a little bit about those 4 Bs.
Well, the 4 Bs are to prepare our students for success as missionary disciples. And 4 Bs are education for belonging in a community and knowing its rituals. Becoming a more self-actualized person means maturing in the wisdom of the faith. It's developing the beliefs to guide one's life. And it's learning to look beyond the present and to imagine and build a better world according to the values of God, Christ.
Yes, and if you walk through the halls at Bishop McCort, you will see the 4 Bs all over the place. There's posters and it's really something that we've been focusing on with the students, and I think that they are all growing from that. Talk to us about the members of the campus ministry team.
Well, first of all, we'd like to say that we're a very diverse group because this year we have teachers from both the religion or theology department, but we also have them from other departments. So we have Chris Shoemaker and Dylan Dorian from the theological department. We have Morgan Casto from the science department. We have Nicole Factrick from the English department. And of course we have our Mike Bako from the athletics and social studies department. So we have become very diverse, and more of our teachers are coming into the campus ministry and wanting to help us out.
So you've really hit all the bases, which is really good because then what they're doing in their separate divisions is bringing all these 4 Bs together and perpetuating what you are trying to get out to the students.
Exactly.
So that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Explain a few of the accomplishments of the campus ministry over the last year and a half, because you've really been going full steam ahead.
Yes, I think that we've done a pretty good job of getting things ready. We've had retreats last year for every grade from 7 through 12, and they've gone to various places, universities, and things like that to just get away from campus and be able to focus more on religion or a faith tenant. We also had many people come in. The priests come in. We had, 14 presiding priests for Mass. We had 22 Masses altogether all year. We had 2 penance services. We had 30 homily Thursday reflections that people can hear and see on social media.
And just to reiterate, those are all housed on the Bishop McCort YouTube page.
Yes,
so
they
if
are.
anybody would love to go back and see any of those and see any of the homilies of the priests that were present, they could just go to that page on our library or that file on our library, and you'll get to see them all.
And the other things that we did this last year was we brought in inspirational guest speakers
Yes.
and performers. We brought in,
Jeremy?
yeah,
Jeremy Costello?
yes,
Costello? Yes.
yes, he was praise, and Scotty Lewis from St. Francis came down. He is a coach for the cornerbacks, and he brought a cornerback down from St. Francis. They both gave marvelous talks, and it was geared to the whole population. We have 34% of our students are not Catholic, and Scotty talked about the rosary and those sorts of things, and growing up in a Slovak home, getting the Mass every weekend. The cornerback talked about his being a Baptist minister, an ordained Baptist minister, and how he has felt welcome at St. Francis, and how he's able to live his faith on campus, on the team, and it's witness to life. And that's what we encourage all our students
And I
to do.
think that that's probably one of the greatest things about what you've accomplished is you focus on faith. Because we have such diversity within our school, that I think that it's wonderful that they're able to enjoy their faith. Now, we're a Catholic school. We certainly do our masses and do our penance services and do everything according to the Catholic faith, but we do have the opportunity for people to enjoy during the Mass, if they're not Catholic, that they can still participate.
There's this little insight. We asked the students what were they getting out of this at the end of the second semester, and we surveyed half of the student population, and 20% of that population we pulled out their answers for to see what we got. And one of the points you just made was one young person wrote and said, I'm not necessarily a religious guy, but when I play my instrument at Mass, I am taken up with how it lifts up everyone in the room and how they get into it. And
you can feel it.
And as it turned out, this individual played his instrument at a funeral Mass, and he put his heart and soul into it, and it was a moment that touched everyone that was there.
Right. One of the things I can remember when you first started this program or this division within the school is that you and Ralph and Mrs. Rivetti went out and met with the priests throughout the region to find out what they felt was needed at Bishop McCort. And I think that has drawn in a lot.
Yes, it has. As a priest, I know what the fathers are saying, and they would really like to see more parents and students in their pews.
Absolutely.
And we say that's an intention that we have, is to get those persons in the pews. So we met with 21 of the priests that send students
Phenomenal.
to McCort. We spent an hour with each of them. It was a candid discussion. We took some of what they brought. We took everything that they told us, and we brought it back and put it into action as best we could to say that they, in a way, challenged us to say, deliver the faith. And we came to tell them, we've heard that, and we're working to deliver the faith.
Along the lines of the diversity aspect of what we do, I know that there was also a day, I don't think it was last year, I think it was the year before, where we took students on a tour of a number of different parishes, a number of different types of church, so that they can see the magnitude of faith that we have in the region. And that while everybody may be a little different, everybody seems to be a lot the same.
Yeah, it was a wonderful day. We started at the at the Ukrainian Catholic Church, and this was during the first year of the Ukrainian War, and Father Davidson and his people presented the history of the church and welcomed us grandly. We went to the I think it's now the Episcopal Church downtown.
Yes.
And that pastor, she welcomed us, and one of our students did a little solo on the organ, and that was quite the thing. And then we finished at the synagogue, and the people there were just. The rabbi was there, welcomed us. They had displays of history of Johnstown and the Jewish community and of their faith. It was a key moment. I grew up in Westmont. My next door neighbors were Jewish, so I was at home.
Yeah. Well, I got to see the organ playing, and I got to hear the students when they came back. And I don't know how much they told you, but it had a phenomenal impact on those students who were able to experience that. I know that one of the plans going forward is to establish a new group within the school. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we're trying to put together the Faith First campus ministry, which would be of all the youth. So we have a couple of kids that are coming together as leadership of that group, and we'll guide them, and hopefully they'll be able to have some service hour opportunities and run those, and hopefully they'll help us prepare for Mass and choose some music and do different things like that. So we're hoping that we get that off the ground in the near future.
And will you be able to train them as Eucharistic ministers? I see a number of students who act as
yes, those who are confirmed can become Eucharistic ministers. We're thinking, and we'll try it out, is possibly on an enrichment day, is to have interested students prepare the Lenten Holy Week Mass that we have in the school.
Very cool.
Do that sometime in February or March, and say, because part of the belonging piece is that you are a member of the community that understands the rituals of the community, and the Mass is the center of our community.
And one of the things that I've seen this happen, because I talk to some of the students, as you know, I coach cheerleading, and they are always telling me things of it. One of the things that I noticed years ago, I'm going to say when I started coaching 15, 20 years ago, was many of the students that came into Bishop McCort that were not Catholic would go to the Masses, and they would go to the religion classes, and they never really understood why we do what we do, why we cross ourselves the way we do, why we repeat verbiage and responses during the Mass. And I believe that people are coming to know this, and I watch the students during Mass, and they're talking along, they're participating. So I think that you've crossed that bridge.
I would say so. In the same survey that we did at the end of the year, 20% of the students that we actually got their information from, there were 6 of those 34 students who were not Catholic. And what was significant among those students and all the students that answered, they said, my faith grew this year. I got closer to Jesus this year. My family and we pray more this year. That's across the board. It's not just the Christian kids and the Catholic kids. They have benefited by this focus of saying, here's what our mission is, to hand on faith, to welcome all people to the school. When we kicked this off last year, we highlighted Emma Thompson, who was an alum who tragically died in an automobile accident. Her family in the Tribune Democrat remembered Emma and said, Emma loved Bishop McCort. She loved this community. And she would, it just identified for her, and her faith matured. She's a member of the Westmont United Presbyterian Church. Her faith matured, and she became a successful person as a communications director for a congresswoman. And she could have sat back on the weekend and said, it's my me time. But what she did at the church she served, a member of in Washington, she was the wedding coordinator, she was a Sunday school teacher, and she also was in a small faith-sharing group. These are things that we want every student to do as they are at McCort, and for sure continuing beyond being at McCort.
Now, I've probably talked more than I should have, because I'm excited about this. I think it's a great program. Is there anything else that you want to talk about?
Well, I think the one thing was that we also have groups of kids that go to the other high schools. The three high schools, Bishop Guilford, Bishop Carroll, and Bishop McCort, work together, and the first one of those retreats is coming up on Monday, and we have 10 students going out to Bishop Guilford for a retreat with the other two high schools, and I think that's a great opportunity for us to bring these high schools together and really show that it's okay, it's cool to be faithful.
Absolutely.
And this cooperation between the three high schools, part of the initiative that's been the 4Bs initiative, is grown out of a Bishop Guilfoyle graduate who I taught, is now a Fordham professor, Bud Harrell. And he suggested us to have a professional development speaker, Brother Dennis Gunn, last year. That went quite well. And Bud is coming in to speak to our board and to in service all the teachers in the Divine Mercy Bishop McCort family from
Right.
pre-K to 12. That's going to happen mid-October.
That is excellent. That is excellent.
It's wonderful. The only other thing that I think that we should put out there is that we have a newsletter, and
Yes.
our newsletter is going out. It's out. You sent it out, didn't you?
It is out. It is on our website
Yes.
for anybody that would like to see it, mccourt.org. You just click the link and the PDF will pull up. It is wonderful. Miss Nicole Fratrich has done that newsletter in a wonderful time.
She does a really great job. We give her information, and she's able to put it together and make it beautiful and picturesque and all those other things. So that's really a good thing for us, because
Excellent.
I don't think that anybody knew we had campus ministry, and now we're out there in the community and really trying to show who we are.
Well, that is awesome. We're winding down halftime.
Oh.
And I'm sure Ralph has something to say. We're getting ready to wind down our halftime. We got to get Father back on the sidelines. I want to thank you both for being here. This was an incredible halftime show. Keep doing what you're doing. I can't even tell you how wonderful I think it is.
Why, thank you.
Okay, Jeannie. Well, I'll tell you what, that Mrs. Rivetti and that Father Crookston, man, they were well organized, man. They had it together, didn't they?
They sure did. It was a great halftime show, that's for sure.
And we want to thank them for joining us, Mrs. Rivetti. She's putting the money in your purse there, Mrs. Rivetti. Give me a 10 if you get a chance, okay? God bless you. We love you, Mrs. Rivetti. Okay, Jeannie, I think they're going to make this halftime presentation right here in front of our eyes right now.
They sure are. The students at Bishop McCort, the McCort community, sold T-shirts, support to service, salute to service T-shirts, and did a dress down day this week to provide funds for the Johnstown Police Department K-9 unit. Right now, the students from McCort are presenting a check to the Johnstown Police Department for $1,414.43.
As part of our salute to service, you had a chance to listen to Mike Hudek, a Coast Guard veteran, Bishop McCort coach, campus ministry. Campus ministry was here on halftime, and now we're honoring our local law enforcement and our K-9 unit. And I do want to give a little shout out to my entire family, my wife Maria, my son Anthony, Leah, and their sons, my grandsons Declan and Daxton, my son Jordan and his beautiful wife Heather, my daughter Gianna and her boyfriend Billy, and of course my son Stephen. And my son Stephen is an active duty captain in the United States Army down in Georgia at Captain School, and my son Jordan is active duty colonel with the reserve, and he's in El Paso giving some eye examinations. He's an eye doctor to those of military personnel being sent on deployment. So we thank all those who serve both locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. And a shout out to Coach Fowl, Coach DeFazio, and Coach Kotchen as they pulled together that halftime show with the K-9 dogs, and we appreciate that very much. So there's a minute and 38 seconds before actually McCort is on the field, and they're warming up, and Richland is yet to take the field. And if you start thinking about what we always talk about these first 5 minutes, Bishop McCort's going to get the football to start the half. They have the momentum. It's Richland 14. It's McCort 10, but got a late field goal right before the half to cut into that lead. And, Coach Bailey's got to be telling his guys, we can play better. We can do better. We're the 3-0 team. The Carroll Crushers are the 0-3 team. But right now, the Crushers are, we said it last week, the Crushers are starting to show progress. They're starting to show improvement. And they're showing it here tonight, down by 4 as we go into the third quarter. And I know that there was a lot of enthusiasm in that Crusher locker room, and they're talking, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard. Keep making plays. It's not over till it's over. And Coach Bailey is saying we got to shut these guys down. We got to kick off. We got to shut them down. We got to make plays on special teams. Our defense got to shut them down. We got to force them to punt us, and we got to go down and score. And so that's the scenario as those coaches come out and bring their teams on the field. Those are the things that they've discussed and talked about at the half. So we'll see how it all plays out. These first 4 or 5 minutes in a tight game like this become absolutely critical. And our good buddy Fran Zima, who was the athletic director here at McCort for many years and a good friend of mine, he's going to be joining us on a future game as well, and we'll be chatting with him, and we were glad to see him. We'll be hoping we chat with him along the way as well. As we... Okay, now Richland's back on the field, and they're circled out, and I know that there had to be heavy discussion about the penalty that was not called a penalty. And we've got to see, we don't want to speculate on injuries, okay, and we really don't want to give information out over the air, but we believe that one of the Rams' key players may have gotten banged up in the first half, and we hope that he's healthy. We hope he can return to the contest. We don't want to see anybody get injured or hurt. That's not what it's about. This is about competition and having a good time and having fun and being involved in high school sports. Jeannie is able to catch her breath a little bit. She got a little drink of water, got a little bit of pizza from our good buddy Josh Seidel at the Haven, and Jeannie's back at it, Jeannie.
Ralph gave me a 2-minute break. Isn't that nice?
Well, you know what? I thought it was a 3-minute break. It was only supposed to be a 1-minute break.
Cracking the whip, Ralph. Cracking the whip.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Well, we are ready to get in to the third quarter, and the third quarter is sponsored by CJAWS, providing technology solutions for K through 12 education. We use CJAWS. It's awesome.
Well, Jeannie, both bands, Richland band, our band, McCort band, did some great stuff. We had the halftime presentation, and I gotta talk a little bit about this, Jeannie. You know, I'm an alumnus of James Madison University. I played college football there, and in week 1, I was down there a couple weeks ago for the opener. They beat Bucknell 38-3, and then last week
you ghosted me.
Huh? Yeah, I left you. I just went to JMU and I left you.
That's okay. I had Nick McGowan.
Nick did a great job. God bless him.
Wonderful job.
But the Dukes then, this past weekend, go to UVA in a weather delay, come back from 27-17 down and beat UVA 36-35. And tomorrow they're in Troy, Alabama, taking on Troy at 6 o'clock. And I want to wish the Dukes a very, very best of luck in all that they do.
And I actually have one more shout out to do. I had promised my friend Kathy and the girls at Bacon Waves, where I get my hair done, that I would mention them. Look what a wonderful job they do on me. Beautiful hair. All right, everybody's on the field. We're ready to go, Ralph.
So Richland's going to kick off, going right to left. They got the scoreboard at their back because they knew they had to kick off, so they had the choice of which end of the field. Deep for the Crushers is Bepler and Shaquille. I always have a moment with Shaquille.
Oh, yeah.
Kickoff is down to the 20-yard line. It's fielded there by number 12 for the Crushers. Number 12 is Angelo Gallucci bringing it back for about 7 or 8 yards. And good work by Gallucci fielding the ball and get it going north and south. We've got some stats that we'll try to send along to you, halftime stats that our good buddy Sean Wessner sent us. He keeps track of these stats. And our good friend Mike Shellhammer over there, the voice of Crusher football, giving us the thumbs up over there. Crushers are going to take over 1st and 10. The ball on their 30-yard line on the left hash. The offensive line, they've shown some improvement tonight. I've seen some good things out of them. We've caught the football better. Those are things that we didn't do well last week. So let's go Crushers. Send a lot of positive energy to the Sargent Stadium at a point right now. Let's go down and take the lead. There's the handoff to Beppler, and he's met by a host of Rams.
I did fail to mention that it was a first down this third quarter, and it is sponsored by Corey Pelagi-Oberdorf with Remax Power Associates.
One of the stats that really sticks out with me that Mr. Westner sent us, first downs in the first half, Richland had 14. We had 10. And that might be the most first downs we've had in the game this year. I'll check with Mr. Westner.
These guys are working hard.
Yes. Actually, coming into the game, McCort had 17 first downs. Opponents had 54, so we got 10 tonight. We've almost, I won't say we double it, but we cut into that. So now it's third down, and we lose a yard. So now it's third down and about 10 and a half. We lost about a half a yard on the play.
Yeah, that Richland defense came out of the locker room ready to go. Third down and 12 to go. 10 minutes and 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Here, Richland Rams 14 and our McCort Carroll Crushers 10.
Well, third down and 11. We'll see what magic we can pull out of the hat right here now. Fair ball back to pass. He's in trouble.
Whoa.
There's 68. He misses him. He eludes him. Fair ball's on the loose. He's at the 40. He slides down. I think he got the first down. He got the first down. Faribault showing some elusiveness here tonight. There's some good things happening here for the Crushers. Pick up the first down. That's just good stuff.
Sponsored by Corey Pelagi-Oberdorf with Remax Power Associates.
Oh my gosh! They didn't give us the first down. No. I'm going to have to disagree with that spot a little bit. I don't like that spot. I think he went down beyond the stick, and they're saying he's got a fourth and a long one here.
Wait.
Now we're going to switch from a tight formation to a wide formation. Now we're going to take a timeout.
I don't understand that.
Well, first off, I think that our sidelines thought it was a first down.
But Ralph, we basically watched him run past the sticks.
Yeah, and I don't understand the spot. I just don't get that, but we can't debate it because we're not going to change it. But at the same time, goodness gracious there. Now you know
how we talked about those calls? Sometimes they go your way. Sometimes they don't.
Yes.
Well, I think we're on the short end of the stick this time.
But I'm a little confused by the sequence there. Okay, so it's fourth down. So we get up in a tight formation, and then we switch into a wide formation, hoping that we could drop them off sides, and then we take a timeout. I'm always a firm believer that those 5 yards there aren't going to kill you. You need that timeout more than you need those 5 yards. So you get a delay game there, and you save the timeout, and then you're going to punt the football. So I'm just not sure what the thought process were and what the thinking process was in all of that. I hate to second guess any coaches, but I did coach for 44 years, so I think I know a little bit about what's happening.
You're not that old, Ralph.
Older than you think, girl. So now we're going to punt the ball. Repko, it's a fake punt. Repko's running left. Oh, goodness gracious. I believe they're going to get a face mask. First off, we fake the punt. They sniff it out, and they stop us. But a flag comes out. I believe it's going to be a face mask. Okay, that's going to give us the first down. It's been a strange sequence of 2 minutes here, Jeannie. Just very strange and different and unique.
And the sticks haven't moved at all. And they've been like that for plays. So it's about time. I knew something had happened when I saw all the Crusher players jumping up and down.
Well, now we should be a first down. Now, are they going to say it's the 5-yard variety or the 15-yard variety? Now they're having a discussion here. Because if it's the 5-yard variety, we won't get the first
Well,
down.
Mr. Smith is over there, giving his point of view.
He's not afraid to do that.
And he shouldn't be.
No.
I love a coach
in
that fights for
a
their team.
respectful way, and he is
Yep.
respectful.
He's very respectful.
We got the first down.
Yep.
And it's going to be, the ball's going to be spotted at Richland's, holy buckets.
Wow.
Wow, and you know what? Coach Bailey's he's saying that it should be from the spot of the foul, not the line of scrimmage. So there's going to be a big debate here. Well, he might have a gripe on this one, too.
Okay, we're looking at a first down.
They marched it off from the line of scrimmage. So it's 1st and 10 for the Crushers. Strange doings, but in the end, the Crushers come out with a first down.
And it was sponsored by
Toss to
Power Associates.
Shaquille Ferguson
He's
picking
got a
up
couple.
4 on the toss.
Here we go.
So now it's going to be 2nd and 6, 9 minutes and 12 seconds. The clock is moving in the third quarter. Richland 14, the Crushers 10. The ball is now resting on the Richland 45-yard line.
Tonight's contest between Bishop McCort and Richland is being featured as one of the Great American Rivalry Series games, broadcasted on the internet at greatamericanrivalry.com, across the nation and around the world as part of the Rivalry Series broadcast network, presented by the United States Army.
So the Crushers on the right hash, trips to the left, shotgun. There's the snap, fair ball, back to pass. He's looking. He finds somebody over the middle, and we got a flag. We have a first down, but we have a flag, and I think they're going to get holding against the Crushers. They're talking to number 74, the official, and he's asking questions, and it's holding. And that should come back to the line of scrimmage, or be spotted from the line of scrimmage. Now there is a official's timeout. We've got a young fella.
A young fellow. It looks like he might have a cramp.
Yeah, he's cramped up. You got a number there, Jeannie?
I believe it's number 8.
Number 8
Grayson
for the Rams is Grayson Maha.
Yeah. I think it's just it's a cramp.
And we don't want to make any speculations, and we're not medical personnel.
No. Far
But
from it, Ralph.
I don't see McCracken, number 6, out there, and we hope that he's okay. We don't want anyone to be injured. That's not what we're about.
No.
He's a top-notch player, and we hope that he's okay.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the Laurel Auto Group. It's another exciting year of Crusher football, and the Laurel Auto Group is once again cheering from the sidelines. Each year, Laurel is proud to support the Crushers and wish all of the players the best of luck for a successful season. Pride, loyalty, and tradition ring true both on and off the field. Laurel Auto Group with 7 locations and 10 brands, ready to serve all Crusher fans. Bishop McCort Catholic High School and the Laurel Auto Group, a winning combination.
And Jeannie, when we get a chance, I got a couple of announcements that I do want to make, and some things that we can pass on to our listeners about things happening here at the Point Stadium. But that penalty was huge. Now we got a 2nd down and 17. The ball on our 45-yard line. Faraball fumbles the snap. It's a screen to Beppler, and it's just too high for him. It was set up. It just went off the tip of his hands, too high, setting up the screen. Great call. Just got to make the execution. Jeannie, well, we have a second here.
Sure.
For our fans, there are some things that have happened here at Sergeant State, the Point, not just for McCort Carroll football games, but, you know, I learned a long time ago, never skimp on security, never skimp on medical personnel. So if you're coming to a McCort Carroll football game, no bags or balls are brought into Sergeant Stadium. Small clutch purses, approximately the size of a hand, may be carried into the stadium. The only exception is a medical bag or a diaper bag. Bags are open to visual inspection. Please support these policies and efforts because we want everybody to enjoy the evening and be safe. Faraball, back to pass. He's flushed out again. He's running left. He's running right. He's running up the middle. He's still moving. He got away from about 6 Rams, and he's still moving. There's 7, 8, 9 Rams had to take him down, and he took the ball over to the 44-yard line of Richland, which is going to set up a 3rd down, and I believe, it's going to be 4th down. Excuse me. 4th down and about 6 yards. And I don't know. I think you want to punt the football here. I don't think you want to take any chances here.
I'm agreeing with you, Ralph. It's too early.
Now it looks like they're going to put the offense on the line on the ball, and they're going to go for it. And I understand about throwing caution to the wind, but we're down 4 here. 7 minutes and 31 seconds. The clock moving in the 3rd quarter, and it's been a stalemate through the first half of this 3rd quarter. The Crushers have gotten the better of it, but nobody scored. Now we're on 4th down, and now we take a timeout. Now we burn our 2nd timeout. I don't know about that stuff right there. Oh, boy. You know what? It's delay of game. It's delay of game. So we're going to hang on to that timeout. So we still have 2 timeouts. And they're going to mark off the 5 yards. And the ball's going to be spotted on Richland's 49-yard line. And it looks like Repco's going to be in the punt, the right-footed punter. Punt the ball. Don't play games here. Punt the ball. We're in a football game. We got Richland on their heels. Snap. Punt. Nice punt. Little high one. Kind of end over end. Filled it on the 12. And Johnny on the spot for the Crushers. Number 20 on the punt coverage. Tommy McCort and 24 Josh Spontak. And the Rams are now going to take over on their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10. The ball in the middle of the field. And we got us a football game here from Sergeant Stay. The point, there aren't many people thought that at this moment it would be Richland 14 and the McCort Carroll Crushers 10, but that's what it is. And the Crushers find themselves in a ball game, and Richland finds themselves in a ball game, and this could very well be a battle to the end. Richland waggling in plays here, sending them in, 1st and 10 in the shotgun. In motion, going right to left. There's the snap. It's fumbled. Number 8 picks it up, and he gets it out over the 19. But we got a flag, and I wonder if it's motion, and I wonder if they want to just not take this penalty. Decline it, and it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Number 21 in at the tailback position for Richland. That's Easton Robertson, a senior, 5'6", 160, and I just don't see McCracken on the field, and we wish him nothing but the best, and he's a great football player and a fine young man, and hope that it's not anything serious. So, yes, the Crushers declined the penalty, so now it's going to be 2nd and a long 9 yards. They picked up maybe half a yard. The ball resting on about the 19-yard line of Richland, 6:53 on a clock that's moving here in the 3rd quarter. Richland 14, the Crushers 10. And they're going to dig in. Now, the Crushers, one thing they've made an adjustment at the half. You're seeing more people on the line of scrimmage. They're more in that 5-2 or 3-4 looking. They're going deep. Oh, my gosh. It went right through. Oh, my gosh. Number 9 picks it. Oh, boy. Number 9, Arnold Maguera.
Yep, Maguera.
And number 8, Bentley Bainey had good coverage. I thought he had the pick. It went right through his hands. And you've got to give Shaquille Ferguson a lot of credit. He never gave up on the play. He had a touchdown-saving tackle. And the ball is now 1st and goal on the Crusher Carroll 6-yard line. What a huge play for the Rams. And it's not for lack of effort by the Crushers. They just made the connection. Nice throw by the quarterback for Richland. Number 7, making a big tackle, is Garrett Faribault. I think he actually threw him for a loss, and now we got a flag on the play. Now what are they going to call? Personal foul, face mask against the Crushers. That's going to be half the distance to the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal on about the 3-yard line.
You gotta watch those. You gotta watch those face masks. They're huge penalties, and they're just dangerous.
Another thing that, Richland's going to line up here, and then I'll make an announcement hopefully in between plays here. So it's first and goal to goal. They've spotted at the 4-yard line. Lot of discussion going on here. A lot of things happening. A lot of communication between teams and sidelines. They're in the shotgun. Here's the snap. It's fumbled, and the quarterback, number 8, Grayson Maha, falls on it, but it's going to be a loss all the way back to about the 11-yard line. So that's going to be about a 7-yard loss, and it's going to be second down and goal to goal.
Second and 11.
From the 11-yard line, goal to goal. They cannot get a first down. This is kind of the worst place to be in this whole scenario. But here we go. Come on, Crushers, let's dig in. The Rams looking to the sidelines. There's the snap. Number 8, heaving it to the end zone. Touchdown, Richland. That he couldn't get in there and knock it away.
That ball was tipped.
And so now it's 20-10. 5 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third quarter. And Richland's going to line up to kick the extra point. And kicking the extra point, the snapper will be Janidlo, the holder, Maha, and the kicker is Ritko. And he is 12 for 12 on the season in extra points. And here it is. Snap, hold, kick. And he's 13 for 13 on the season.
Ralph, can I give you some updates around
Yes,
the league?
ma'am. Go ahead.
Central Dragons, 21. Bellwood Annis Blue Devils, 14 in the third quarter. Third quarter, Forest Hills, 24. And, hold on. See, this is what happens when you use your cell phone. Sorry, Forest Hills, 24. Central Chestnut Ridge 12 third quarter, Central Cambria 7, Greater Johnstown 0 third quarter, Penn Cambria 14, Bedford 3 in the third quarter, and I don't have a score for Somerset and Westmont.
Boy, that's one we want to get.
Yeah.
Hey, another thing for all the Crusher fans, if you're going to come down to Sargent Stadium at the Point or even going to away games, I know that Mr. Bako works it out that there's always pre-sell of tickets, and that helps you to avoid lines at the gate because now, you're using wands on people to be sure that nobody's bringing anything into the stadium they shouldn't. So you can get your tickets at McCort during the course of the week, $3 for students, $5 for adults. Everything at the game is $5. So making the very best that we can to help our Crusher fans get themselves out to the stadium with as little fanfare, and hope that all good things come their way.
You are listening to the Bishop McCort Richland game on the Crusher Sports Network and the Rivalry Series Broadcast Network, presented by the United States Army.
And we want to remind you that the Harris Funeral Home will have players of the game.
Yep.
And Richland chooses to kick the ball out of bounds. No, it didn't go out of bounds. No, there's the flag. It did go out of bounds. So McCort will have the choice of taking the ball at the 35-yard line or having Richland re-kick from their 35. And it looks like we're going to take the football. Well, Tom Callahan. Westmont plays Somerset on Saturday. We want to thank Tom for sending us that message.
Okay.
And
they had it wrong here on the...
Yeah, just so you know, Tom, on the stream we're looking at, they had the date today. I wasn't aware that it was that you guys had a home game. So we thank you for the clarification, and we appreciate that very much.
Thanks, Tom.
Go Crushers, Tom. Take it in good nature, Tom. So now Richland is going to kick off. Now, Richland only has 10 guys on the field, and I'll tell you what, Coach Bailey can't be happy about that whole sequence of events there and some of the things that have gone on here tonight. But Richland is going to kick from the 35-yard line. So McCort has chosen to have Richland re-kick the ball, and Beppler and Shaquille Ferguson are deep. Ball's in the middle of the field. Number 7 is the kicker. And he's going to kick it to that sidelines again, but this time it's fielded. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's got to break one guy. He's going to take it all the way. He stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out.
That's number 17. I believe that's Repko.
Sure is.
Wow.
Luke Repko.
So things worked in McCort Carroll's favor on that one.
So
And
we've
they
got another
take the
third-
ball. The ball's going to be spotted on the Richland, the McCort 49-yard line.
And that's another Crusher first down, sponsored
Ball's
by
on the left hash,
Lucky
first and
over
10. Tom texts me back, go Hilltoppers. So God bless Tom, and I hope it's a great game tomorrow. Fair ball looking deep. Ball's out of bounds. The number 24 made a nice play on it, but ball was out of bounds, so it really wouldn't have mattered what happened in that sequence of events. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. The ball on the Bishop McCort 49-yard line. So now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Crusher's on the left hash. Oh boy, nothing doing there. Trying to get the ball to number 4, Jonathan D'Elia, and no gain. 3rd down and 10. The ball now on the right hash, the hash closest to the Richland sidelines. Crusher's in the huddle. And it's, different philosophies here. McCort huddles, they take their time. Richland gets on the line of scrimmage offensively, and they're hustling, they're moving, they're trying to make things happen. So it's 3rd down and 10. Big sequence here with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Faribault back to pass. He's going deep, and it's caught by number 8 for Bishop McCort. Touchdown! Touchdown! Bentley Bainey, a freshman, 6'2", 148, and suddenly it's 21-16. So now, Jeannie, you got to ask yourself, there's 3 minutes and 47 seconds left, so there's no need to panic or anything, but you're down by 5. If you're behind by 5, the sheet says go for 2. Okay? Now, coaches have the sheet. We have it right in front of it. It's the 2-point conversion, kick it or go for 2. And the sheet says if you're down by 5, go for 2.
Do you believe
It doesn't look like we're doing that. It looks like we're going to kick it.
I'm of the take every point you can get.
Well, our kicker's been hot. He hasn't missed all season. So I believe that what they're saying is let's take the point. Now we're going to take a timeout, and that's going to take us, I believe, one timeout left, Mr. Wessner, for the Crushers. Thank you.
Well, I would like to recognize HF Lens. Best wishes to McCort Carroll Crushers for a successful football season from HF Lens Company. From kickoff to the end, play representing the pride, loyalty, and tradition of past Crusher teams. HF Lens Company providing a full range of engineering services to the Johnstown region and beyond for over 76 years. Proud to be a sponsor of Bishop McCort and McCort Carroll Catholic football.
It's funny, Jeannie, that 2-point chart, I said, for some reason, I want to have it out here tonight, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, I kind of had that chart memorized when I was a special teams coach, but that chart has a way of changing over the years. So let's see, we're down to one timeout. I don't know if you're going to take a timeout and then send your extra point team back out there. That would almost be like a wasted timeout. Yeah, we're going to go for 2, and the chart tells them to go for 2.
Wow.
Then you're only behind by a field goal.
They're going by the chart.
Richland a little bit confused defensively. There's the snap. Faribault running right. He's going to throw it. Oh, incomplete. We got a flag on the play. And we got to ram down. Looks like he's got a cramp, number 68. So they're going to have to sort this whole thing out right now. 21-16. I'm going to believe that we have a hold on McCort Carroll Crushers. I can't imagine that Richland would take the penalty because it's an incomplete pass, and so the 2-point conversion fails. And the Crushers are going to kick off.
Well, I'm going to take this time. You can feel the excitement. You sure can in the air. It's time for Friday Night Lights in high school football. Dr. John Walker Family Dental Center at 307 State Street. Cheer on the McCort Carroll. Good luck to all the players and coaches from Dr. Walker and staff. Have a great season and enjoy every minute.
I got a text message from Mr. Bako and via Brandon Kersalt, who's involved with our Divine Mercy youth football. And they'd like us to announce that our youth football program at Divine Mercy went 6-1 on Saturday against Forest Hills and Central Cambria. Games against Forest Hills, Penn Cambria, Central Cambria, and Somerset tomorrow. Our 5th and 6th graders coming off a 6-1 year last year against all 6th grade schedule in the Lower Highlands Conference. Our flag and tackle program is up to 90 kids. So right now, if you think about it, between Divine Mercy and Bishop McCort, there are 165 kids playing football in our system. So that's just some really good stuff. You got 45 at the varsity level. You got another 25 at the junior high. And
Coach,
90 down there. So, yeah, we're right at around 160 kids, 165. That's pretty amazing stuff, and that's just good news, and that bodes well for the future of the Crusher football, the McCort Carroll Crusher football program.
I think they just canceled the flag, I believe.
Yeah, they declined the penalty. What they're waiting for is to get this young fellow off the field because he's got cramped up.
Well, in that time, I'd like to speak of Nico's Restaurant on Scalp Avenue in Richland. They would like to wish the best of luck to the McCort Carroll Crushers, from sushi to Italian to homestyle American. Nico's has a menu that is sure to satisfy any appetite. Looking for something quick to take home? Check out the new takeout window. You'll never be disappointed. Nico's Restaurant owner is a class of '86 alumni, and I'm proud to be a sponsor of McCort Carroll Catholic football.
You know, Jeannie, it's a beautiful night for football. There's no wind at all. It's very comfortable. There's a really nice crowd here at the Point Stadium this evening, and the Richland fans travel well.
For a great game.
Yeah, the Crusher fans travel well, and I'll tell you what, our weather girl, Sunshine Jill, nailed it, man. She nailed that weather tonight.
She must have a direct line.
I'm thinking she does.
Here we go.
So we're kicking off from the middle of the field. High kick. Down on the left side of the field, number 13 takes it. He's running left to right, and he may capture a corner. He's got a lot of room to run. He's still running. He's out of bounds. There's a flag, and I believe you're going to get a hold on Richland, and then you're going to get a late hit on McCort. You may have offsetting penalties. We may have to kick it off again. Mr. DeFazio just walked through the press box, and we want to give him a little shout-out this evening for all the good stuff he does at Bishop McCort. I have the pleasure of going in his classroom on a regular basis, and I want you to find a better teacher. You tell me who it is, because John DeFazio is one of the best.
Absolutely.
So, let's see if I'm right here, Jeannie. I've been known to be wrong or right once in a while. Mr. DeFazio shaking his head. Yeah, only once in a while.
True story. True story.
So we've had a lot of interesting
This has been a great game.
It's been a great football game. So we got holding against Richland. We got a late hit personal foul out of bounds against that. Okay. And I'm just wondering if, they're offsetting penalties.
He looks like he's going to move the ball.
They might walk both of the penalties off and Richland will have a first down. That may be what they're going to do. Now they're going to march the penalty off against McCort.
Wasn't that interesting?
And so now Richland's going to have a first down. The ball will be spotted on the right hash on their own 4-yard line, 1st and 10. That was kind of a strange sequence of events, but I felt like that's what happened there. I wasn't sure what they would do there, but they marked them off, and that's how they got the actual spot for the ball. And so we're back in action. Left in the third quarter, and we're down 21-16 in what is a much better football game than many fans anticipated. And it's exciting to see the Crushers in a little Donnybrook with Richland. Here's the snap, back to pass. We've got number 8 running across the formation, and number 60 for the Crushers. That's Brody Lansdorfer, senior, 6'1", 172. And I'm pretty sure that Brody, he actually has 15 tackles on the season. He's third on the team in tackles. So now we got a 1st and 10. A 2nd and 10 with Richland, for Richland on their own 45-yard line. Now the clock is running again, 2:56, 2:55, third quarter. Quick screen outside to number 13. He breaks the tackle. Nice block out there by number 1 for Richland. Knocked out of bounds by number 4 is Jonathan D'Elia. And football is number 13 for Richland, Austin Yarnick, and he did a nice dip outside setup. Picked up some good yardage. So now we have a 1st and 10. The ball is spotted on McCourt's 40-yard line on the right hash, shotgun. Richland really trying to get to the perimeter with some unique passing situations. The Crushers have done a pretty decent job of slowing down the Rams' running game, so they've gone to here's another wide-out screen. It bounces. Pick it up and run with it. Pick it up and run with it. If the ball's on the ground, pick it up and run with it. Make the officials blow the whistle. Don't let it lay there. If that's a backward pass, that's a live football. So now it's 3rd down, I believe, and 10.
3rd and 10.
Second down or 3rd down? 2nd down and 10.
Okay.
21-16, Richland in the lead. 2 minutes and 39 seconds left in the third quarter. The ball on the Crushers' 40-yard line. Running right. Richland picks up about 7.
Luke Stevens on that tackle.
3rd down and 3. Stevens on the tackle. He's the leading tackler on the team, coming into the game with 22. And in the area, Luke Stevens was in 10th in the entire region with 30 tackles on the season. And so he actually had 26 coming into the game. Shotgun, snap, quarterback's running right. Oh, what a great play out there by number 51 for the Crushers. That's Cooper Steigers making a nice play. The Ram running back is held short of the first down, so it's 4th and a half a yard. 1:39. The clock is running in the third quarter. The Rams have 21. The Crushers have 16. It's 4th and a short 1 on the Crusher 31-yard line. This would be just a huge stop for the Crushers. If they can make this stop, we're smiling, man.
Let's go defense.
Handoff. I don't know. Going to be tight. This could be very tight. Who's on the bottom of that pile? Number 75 on the bottom of that pile for the Crushers is Eliza Zadney. And the officials are kind of looking it over, and I think they're going to bring the sticks out and measure this one. This would be a huge stop for the Crushers. Just a huge stop.
Mr. Smith is thinking it's not a no-go.
Jeannie, if we get a chance here in the fourth quarter, we promised our fans a couple of weeks ago we'd try to let them know how the new teams in the league and how the sections are set up. And so if we have a moment, we're going to do that as they measure the sticks. But we'll get to that in the fourth quarter. Plus, I got some events happening next week we want to pass on to our fans in the athletic department that are, events that are happening that are other than football. So,
Whoa.
wow.
It's a Richland first down.
They made it by the nose of the football. 1st and 10. Crusher defense hanging tough. Got to give them a lot of credit. 1st and 10, the ball on the Crusher 30-yard line. Oh boy, nothing doing there. Nothing doing there. The Crushers snuff out that quarterback keep, and there were about 3 or 4 Crushers that weren't fooled on that one. That defensive line for the Crushers playing tough out there. So we got 2nd and 9. Ball on the McCort 29-yard line, 18 seconds. The clock is moving. Ball snap, back to pass. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thrown it to the flat. Number 7, Faraball stepped in front of it, and if he'd have picked that thing off, he'd be running all the way to the Haven. Oh, man alive. So the incomplete pass stops the clock, so Richland's going to have to run the 3rd down play here. Richland's going to have to run another play. Now that's going to be the Richland gets a 1st down.
1 second left in the 3rd quarter.
Now they're going to wind the clock, and the quarter's going to run out after they spot the sticks. So that's the end of the 3rd quarter with Richland 21, Bishop McCort 16. And we do appreciate our fans who let us know about camera angles and things that we can do better, and we're going to try to get that corrected right now if we can. And we thank you for the information very, very much. And we want to remind you at the end of the football game, we got the Harris Funeral Home Players of the Game, and we'll chat that up or when the game is finished. And we thank the Harris Funeral Home for being part of that. Jeannie, you got it.
I do want to say that the 4th quarter is sponsored by Shore Construction. Call on Shore for all your construction needs. And I do want to mention the red zone. While we have the touchdowns and everything, they've gone past the red zone every time. So the Crushers Red Zone sponsor is the 5th local eatery and ale house in Richland. Great food, great drinks. Stop in and see them.
And I'll be honest with you, Jeannie, how many people really thought at the end of the 3rd quarter it would be Richland 21, McCort 16? We said last week we saw improvement in our football team. And it's showing here tonight. I think we caught Richland napping a little bit. I think they might have thought that this might have been a little bit easier than it was going to be, and they find themselves in a dogfight in a good football game, and it's not over till it's over, Jeannie.
That's
now,
right.
Some things for our Crusher fans that are happening next week. On Monday the 18th, our girls tennis team is at Richland starting at 4 o'clock. On Tuesday, our girls tennis team is at Winber and our girls varsity volleyball team is at Central Cambria. So if you're looking for some things to do, that's Monday and Tuesday. We thank Mr. Bako for that information, and you can check our website to find out about what other teams are doing this fall and what the schedules are like in the winter and the spring, because Mr. Bako's got it all figured out at this point. Little counter play to number 21, and he's going to get in. Oh, they're going to mark touchdown. All the action went right. They brought him back right to left on a counter play. Number 21 does a great job around the football, Easton Robertson, and scores a touchdown. He's a senior, 5'6", 160, and kind of, that McCort defense has been rallying to the football all night, and they kind of caught him rallying again, but they went back against the gain as they over-pursued, and they got the touchdown. And now it's 27-16 with the extra point to follow. Snap, hold, kick is Janidlo, Maha, and Ritko. He hasn't missed all season long. Snap, hold, kick, and he's good to form. He's 14 for 14 on the season. Always good to have good kickers, and we've got two good ones here tonight. So now we're going to line it up, 28-16. And the thought process here is grind one out. Let's get down. Let's get a score. Let's keep making Richland have to play to the final whistle. And like I said, it's never over till it's over. So don't count any team out, including our Crushers, because they're showing a lot of pride and they're showing a lot of improvement down 28-16 as we get into this fourth quarter. Not sure.
Well, I do think that it's important to know that tonight's contest between Bishop McCort and Richland is being featured as one of the Great American Rivalry Series games broadcast on the internet at greatamericanrivalry.com across the nation and around the world as part of the Rivalry Series broadcast network presented by the United States Army. We want to give a special welcome to all the servicemen and women around the world who are listening to this broadcast. We appreciate all you do and hope you're enjoying the game.
And on this salute to service night here at Sargent Stadium at the Point, we had some great festivities and we had a lot of good things happening and some great guests this evening, and the Crushers and the administrative team do it up right, and Mike Bay's department, just a great evening of fanfare and a great high school and a great crowd and great weather, and what more can you ask for? 11:51 left in the fourth quarter. The Crushers are down to the Rams 28-16. Richland kicking off from the middle of the field from their 40-yard line, and kicking off for them would be Mr. Ritko, and we're going to see where kicker approaches the ball. Here's the kick, and he kicks it to the right side. And Bepler's going to take it at the 15-yard line, the 20. Bepler, 25. Bepler, 30. Ball's out. The ball is fumbled. Oh, goodness gracious, Richland gets the ball, and there's that dreaded turnover. Those dreaded turnovers. I don't like those guys at all. And Richland's going to get the football with 11:41 left in the game. 1st and 10. The ball is on the Crusher 33-yard line, and can't have those kind of mistakes. They just come back to haunt you, Jeannie.
Well, they just need to hold him now and get it back.
Well, that's exactly what you got to do, and that's what the McCort coaches are telling their guys. Richland is shotgun on the right hash. 2 receivers both ways. Barking signals. Now they all look to the sidelines to get the call. There's the snap. There's a fumble! Richland fumbled the football.
I think he got it.
It looks like they jumped on it. Oh, boy, we'd have loved to jump on that one, huh? Wow. They lost a couple of yards, though. So now it's going to be 2nd down and 11, 12 maybe, from the McCort 35-yard line. Sunshine Jill keeping me hydrated here. There's the snap. They're going to run that screen again. This time they set it up, but it's snuffed out by Faribault, number 7. What a great job by Faribault. He just snuffed that screen out, and they did gain a few yards, but if it wasn't for Faribault, they'd have kept running.
And you know what? He didn't give up. He pushed and pushed. He tackled him till he was down.
Amen, Jeannie. Amen, girl. So now we bring up 3rd and 8 from the McCort Carroll 31-yard line. 10-20, the clock is moving. Now Richland's going to make the shift, the old single wing shift. There's the snap. The quarterback keeps it, and the Crushers are all over it. There's Luke Stevens. There's number 75.
Eli Zazadny.
Zazadny.
I got to tell you, they're doing a good job holding them.
So now we have 4th and 8, and Richland's going to go for it. This is big. They got the turnover, and if we can stop them here and hold them, that turnover really doesn't mean that much in the big scheme of things. The only problem is you lost some time off the clock, but there's still a lot of time left in the game, 9:35 with a clock moving here in the 4th quarter. There's a quick screen to number 13. Oh, boy. Oh, my goodness gracious. I believe they missed a hold here on the receiver. It looks like it's going to be a first down. Oh, boy. I don't know. I think they might have missed a hold on that one.
Well, if I'm to believe the coaches next door, they missed a hold.
Well, the coaches next door to our left are the Richland coaches, and the far right is, the McCort coaches are to our left, and the Richland coaches are our right. And you hear all that screaming? That's the McCort coaches. I'm wondering if a few of them are going to have to go to confession after the game. Some of that language coming out of there. We got to clean that up, fellas. Is what it is. Call it what you see and hear. Quarterback draw. He sneaks through there for about 4 yards. Second down and 6. 9-12, 9-11. The Crushers have 1 timeout left. The Rams have 3 timeouts left. Second down and 5.
I thought they were going to start.
There's the snap. Oh, boy. You're down. It's high school football there, young fella. When you're down, you're down. Nice sliding catch by number 2 for Richland, Preston Warner. And one of the things that Coach Bailey wanted to do was get the ball to a lot of guys, and I can tell you right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can think of 7 different guys he wanted to get to, and he said he wanted to get it to 8 to 10, so that's exactly what he's trying to accomplish and get the ball around and find out who can make plays. They got the choo-choo set left and right. 2 guys, 1 guy in front, 1 guy behind. Quarterback's running right, and he gets drilled. Just gets drilled by number 34 for the Crushers, and that is Luke Stevens.
Man,
I'll tell you what, Stevens and Zazadny are playing themselves a football game tonight. And Rodriguez doing pretty good in there himself, too.
Is choo-choo an actual term?
Yes, okay. It's a choo-choo train. You got the engine, you got the caboose. Sometimes they'll put 3 or 4, as many receivers as that makes it a legitimate formation. You can't put 10 guys out there, okay?
Heard choo-choo before.
Yeah, they call it the choo-choo look.
You teach me something every
Quarterback keeps it. It's going to be a touchdown.
He just drove in there.
34-16. The turnover comes back to haunt you. You're in the game. You got the ball. You turn it over. Score. The momentum has completely changed. The Crushers just got to suck it up here. We need to get the ball, get a drive, go get a score.
There are almost 8 minutes left, Ralph. I have the faith.
Oh, faith is a good thing. I'm with you all the way. So now Richland is going to kick the extra point, and it's snapper Janindlo, holder Maha, and the kicker Ritko. He's perfect on the season. 14 for 14, make it 15 for 15. And the score now is 35-16. And I can tell you now the score is not indicative. This game was tight until about 4 or 5 minutes back, and the turnover and the touchdown, and now you're behind the 8 ball a little bit. You're down 15 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. 35-16 Richland. Richland has 3 timeouts. The Crushers have 1. Well, I got to check in, and it might take a couple times for us to get through this, but the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference has expanded this year, and in football, you have 2 West sections and 2 East sections, and there are 20 teams that play football. There are 2 teams that don't play football. Bishop Carroll is in a co-op with us here at Bishop McCort, therefore the McCort Carroll Crushers, and Hollidaysburg, they're in the league in all sports except football, so there are 20 playing football teams, and I'll set up those 2 West sections and 2 East sections in a second and explain to you how the crossover games are laid out. And right now, I'm just worried about football because each sport is a little bit different in how it's set up and how it's organized, but pretty much the same, but not exactly the same. Up, high kick, down to the 20-yard line, and it's out of bounds, so that's going to be a penalty. And you got to watch, though. When a high kick like that, they want you to fair catch it or field it, and that gives their coverage team more time to get down the field. They're trying to stick the Crusher return men to the sidelines.
You know, Ralph, you talk about the expansion, the league expansion, and I believe it was our girls volleyball team played in Bellefonte last night, and they went to 5 games. They didn't get home until after midnight.
Well, here's the thing, though. You're not going to, and we're going to talk about that, you're going to make 1 or 2 trips like that a year. It's not like you're going to be traveling. You're still going to play pretty much the core schedule you played previously, but you've added some teams and you got to go play them.
Yep, absolutely, but it's just
Here's what I always tell people when they say about traveling, Jeannie. If you have to travel 300 miles to play in the state championship, are you going to complain about it? No, you're going to get on the bus and you're going to travel 300 miles and play for the state championship.
Sure.
So I understand about money and transportation, and I get all that, but at the same time.
Well, I think that my point was it was just a school night.
Yeah, and I get that.
That's a late night.
And the thing about football is it won't usually be a school night.
Right.
And they've tried to adjust the junior high and JV schedules so they don't have to make any of those kind of trips. They're going to kick again. They're going to kick it to the right side again, and Repko's going to field it at the 20. He's up across the 30. He's running. He's up the middle, and he's going to get out to about the 34-yard line. And very quickly for our fans, the 2 West sections, McCort, Carroll, Greater Johnstown, Richland, Somerset, and Westmont. In the West section, 2, Bedford, Central Cambria, Chestnut Ridge, Forest Hills, Penn Cambria. In the East sections, number 1, Bellwood Annis, Bishop Guilfoyle, Catholic, Central, Huntington, Tyrone. And East section number 2, Bald Eagle, Bellefonte, Clearfield, Penns Valley, and Phillipsburg. And we'll talk more about how they lay out the games and how they organize that. And like I said, they do try to adjust JV and junior high so that they don't have to make any long trips. A lot of those games are on Mondays, and they're either at 4 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But we're talking strictly varsity right now in the moment. So the Crushers have the ball, 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line, 7:38 left in the game. There's a little flea flicker, and he's flushed out of the pocket. He's in trouble. Get rid of the football. Oh, my God, he's still rocking. Fair ball. He's out over the 30, the 35, the 40, the 50. He cuts back. He's coming across the field. Oh, my gosh, he takes it all the way down to the Richland 41-yard line. Amazing stuff by Faribault. There were 7 Rams chasing him in the backfield. Oh, he outran almost every Ram there was. Holy buckets of sand.
And it's a Crusher first down, sponsored by Don and Aaron Colvin with Remax Power Associates.
So now the Crushers set up shop at 1st and 10. They're actually on the Ram 43-yard line. Fireball back to pass. He's in trouble, and number 53 for the Rams makes a big play. Declan Piscatello. I'm pretty sure the Piscatello coming into the game was one of the leading tacklers for Richland. In fact, I believe he was the leading tackler, making a nice big play right there for the Rams.
This is going to be a second and long.
Well, second and forever, as they once said back in the day. So it's going to be second down and
24.
Second down and 24. The ball is now resting at our own 43-yard line.
You need a big play.
Well, we're going to get a flag, and I believe we're going to get delay game. You got to show your quarterbacks. See, the official that's over on the far side on the McCort sidelines, he's the guy keeping the clock. And when he puts his hand up, that means you have 5 seconds. Plus, you've got the 40-second clocks right in front of you. Now, they'll put 25 on it because it was a dead ball foul. 23, 22, 21 on the clock. And now it's second and 29 from the left hash. 3 receivers left, sidecar, 3 receivers right, sidecar right, fair ball back to pass. He's got pretty good protection. He's going deep to number 8. And it's picked off by number 1 for Richland. It's Luke Feitstol. We want to get the pronunciation right. We want to pronounce people's names properly.
We try our best, Ralph. We try our best.
So now Richland's going to take over first and 10. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the football game. First and 10. The ball is going to be on their 25-yard line on the right hash, the hash closest to their sidelines. Now, maybe only listening, Richland sidelines is where the home team used to be, and McCort has gone to our sidelines where there are no bleachers, and it's better for communication over there. I understand what Coach Smith is thinking about with that. First and 10, ball on the Richland 26-yard line. Snap, quick screen. That's number 1. That's Luke Feichtel. And he picks up the first down, and he's brought down by Shaquille Ferguson. Nice open field tackle by Shaquille Ferguson.
I have to say, Ralph, I think Richland's quarterback has done a nice job of connecting on the pass.
Well, and you know what? They haven't gone deep much. They've thrown a lot of passes that are high percentage completions, and then they get that yardage after the catch. They call it yak. Okay, and it just they're executing that fairly well tonight. But I think that's the reaction that they were struggling running the ball up inside. You got to give the interior of our defense a lot of credit on that. Pick up the ball, pick it up. That's it. You don't know if that's a fumble or not. Don't assume the play's dead ever. Well, we got a second here, so the teams will play all 4 section opponents. 3 members of the same geographic section, so they're basically getting 7 games in the West, and then they're going to play 2 crossover games with 1 member from each opposite geographical section. And then in week 10, you play a team who is similar to you in the standings, and they try to make it so that you don't play anybody twice in one season. So that's how football is set up in the Laurel Highlands Athletic Conference. Richland now running the football to their right, and I believe they pick up another first down, and now Richland's in control, and the Crushers can technically only stop the clock 1 time with 1 timeout remaining. But anyway...
It seems like an efficient schedule that they have for the Laurel Highlands for football.
What's that?
It seems like it's an efficient schedule.
Oh, it's very efficient. I'll tell you what, I sat in a lot of those meetings. I got to give everybody in the LHAC and the new teams that came in a lot of credit. There was a lot of hard work put into that. It's one of the bigger conferences in the region, and then you get a lot more clout with the PIAA. People don't realize that. You know, you've got 22 schools in your league now, and suddenly you've got a little bit more clout than you did when you only had 13 schools in your league. So I think it's a good thing. and we'll see how it plays out through the course of the season. The games have been relatively competitive when they've been crossover. There have been a few that got away from each other, but at the same time, it is what it is. You got some scores, Jeannie?
I do. At right now, fourth quarter, Central Cambria 20, Greater Johnstown 0. Penn Cambria 21, Bedford 13 in the fourth quarter. Central 41, Bellwood Annis 14, fourth quarter. Chestnut Ridge 32, Forest Hills 31 in the fourth quarter. Bishop Guilfoyle 53, Huntingdon 20 in the fourth quarter. So, boy, that Forest Hills game is a nail biter.
Wow, that surprised me. I knew Chestnut Ridge was a good football team, but I didn't think they would battle Forest Hills that way. You got to give Max Shoemaker a lot of credit as his team continues to grow in a positive direction, and Forest Hills hanging in there. They're very well coached as well with Coach Myers. 3 minutes and 58 seconds, and Richland snaps the ball. They fake the handoff. They're going to waggle right, and it's incomplete. A little jest here, Jeannie. We don't have a Westmont Somerset score, do we? That'll be tomorrow.
That is tomorrow.
That is tomorrow, okay? Oh, gosh.
I just read them as I see them, Ralph.
I know. That was just throwing some levity into the situation.
Throwing some shade at me, Ralph. That's what you were doing.
Oh, Jeannie. 3 minutes and 48 seconds left in the game, 2nd and 10. The ball on the Crusher 38-yard line, 35-16. And the direct snap, and they're running the quarterback. Number 6 for the Crushers.
Brady Page.
Brady Page, a 9th grader, 5'7", 159.
Nice. We got third down. 3rd and 10 on the 37.
So now it's 3rd and 9. Richland looking to the sideline to get the call. There's the snap. Going to throw a quick out to the top of the formation. Number 8.
Bentley Bainey.
Bentley Bainey making a big play there.
Game, isn't he?
A lot of Crushers are playing good football tonight.
Absolutely.
And
You said this last week, and we've said it before. Every week they keep getting stronger and stronger.
And I think that with that mentality, they're going to get some wins down the road. Okay, I won't want to make any predictions, but if they keep improving, they're going to get some wins. We jump off sides there. Okay. So now that's going to give Richland a first down. It'll be 1st and 10. The ball will be placed on the McCort Carroll 25-yard line. 2 minutes and 24 seconds left in the game, and the officials are going to wind the clock, and it's moving. 35-16. They got trips to the right in the gun. They got a bunch trips look here now. It's not the choo-choo. It's a bunch group. They're bunched. Different look. 1st and 10, as we said. 1:54. Clock is moving. Ball snapped. Quarterback keeps the ball. Running up the guts.
2 yards, maybe?
Picked up about 2 yards. You know what? It's been a very clean game. Now you got people jawing back and forth. It's been a clean game. Don't get involved in that. Neither team, neither Richland nor Bishop McCort, don't get involved in that stuff. It's been a clean, hard-fought football game. There's been very little jawing. Just don't go there. Keep great sportsmanship and a great effort by both clubs tonight. So now, I'm thinking that Coach Bailey, he's going to run the football here. He's going to run the clock out. He technically has the game one unless something miraculous would happen here and the Crushers could get a couple scores late. So it's 2nd and 8. Clock is running. Now they're going to run a little counter play to number 21, and he's brought down by number 38 for the Crushers. That's, I don't see a number 38 on our roster.
Nope, I don't know where he came from.
And I believe number 6, Brady Page, was also in on the play as well. Yep, if we can get a number on 30, a name on 38, we'll let you know, but I don't know who the heck that is. You got to believe that coach is going to just take a knee here, huh? They're in the victory formation right now. They're in the victory formation. They're going to take a knee, and this ball game's going to be over. But I'll tell you what, Jeannie, I give Richland a lot of credit. They showed a lot of poise. They came back, and they won the football game, but the Crushers took a step in a giant direction.
So, mystery solved. Number 38 is Jonathan D'Elia. His uniform was ripped. He changed uniform tops and became number 38.
You got all kind of connections, Jeannie, don't you?
I do, Ralph.
What am I going to do?
I can pick up the ball and run with it.
Now, you know, Coach Smith and Coach Bailey used to coach together, and they're good friends, and I think that they're going to give you, that's a big hug out there, and good sportsmanship here.
I have to tell you that this was a great football game.
Oh, it was.
I don't believe that the score actually dictates what the game was. I think that both schools played really, really hard football, and there were some definite advantages we could have had opportunities we could have taken advantage of, but all in all, great football game.
Well, you know, and kudos to the Rams for the victory, and then Coach Bailey. But kudos to Coach Smith and his staff. Kids came out and played their guts out. They dropped the game 35-16. But this may be the best football we played all year long, everything considered, except maybe the Central Cambria game. And Harris Funeral Home players of the game. I'm going to get to that in a second.
Okay.
Bishop McCort will travel to Somerset on 9/22 for a 7 o'clock start at the varsity level, and Richland will be at Forest Hills on 9/22 for a 7 o'clock start. Players of the game.
But I do want to bring up one thing. So we will be on the air next Friday night, the 22nd at Somerset, but we will not have video as we did tonight. You'll just be able to hear our melodious voices.
Melodious, I like that.
Telling you everything about the game. Sorry about that.
For Bishop McCort, I believe Faribault is one of the players of the game from an offensive standpoint. He made some amazing plays.
Yes.
And I'm going to say the defensive line and our middle linebacker are the players of the game from the defensive side. On the defensive side and the defensive line, you had Eli Zadney, Caleb Rodriguez, Cooper Steigers, and at middle linebacker, Luke Stevens, and I thought that they really slowed Richland down on the inside, and I think that really dictated that Richland had to go to some other things to try to win the football game. So I give those guys a lot of credit and Faribault a lot of credit. And on the Richland side, I'm going to give number 8, the quarterback. You know, his key player went down in McCracken, and he just held it all together.
He
was
did.
a great leader, and so we're going to go with Grayson Maha, and those are your Harrison Funeral Home players of the game.
Thank you, Bill Harris.
Well, Jeannie.
Another week, Ralph. We survived.
I wish you all the best. I'll be in your office. I won't see you Monday. I'm going to Bishop Guilfoyle with 10 of our theology students to a little bit of a retreat with some Bishop Carroll and Bishop Guilfoyle students, and I'm excited to take them out there. So I probably won't see much of you Monday, but I'll see you Tuesday for sure.
I'll be there all week.
God bless you, and
thank you so much.
We tell everybody, please, if you're traveling anywhere, be safe, God bless, and go Crushers.